Yeah. No.
Oh. Okay.
It'll record on its own.
Okay.
Okay. Hit our intros. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Summertown High School. We are here at the Summertown Eagles Stadium for this Region 5 tilt between Mount Pleasant High School and the Summertown Eagles. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Front Porch Sports Networks, not the radio network this week, but it's a sports network. My name is Mike Lyle, and I'm here with Seth Campbell. We are in the small confines of Summertown, USA. It's a nice little hometown stadium, but it is a tight stadium. You're going to hear all kinds of noises around us tonight. They have us up in the bleachers tonight. We're in the visitors' bleachers, and we happen to be in the same section with the Mount Pleasant band. So you're going to hear an awful lot of noise. You're going to hear an awful lot of stuff going on. But we're happy to have you, and we're going to be giving you a description as much as we can. Our angles here are a little bit different than what we're used to having in Mount Pleasant. Field markings are a little bit hard to see, but we're going to do our best to kind of keep everything up with you tonight. Seth, this is going to be an exciting draw tonight. Both teams are undefeated for the season and undefeated in the region. And so this is for region leadership, region supremacy at this point in the season.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach. What we got tonight is, like you said, tight confines for us here. Out there on the field is in a unique shape, is the way I'll put it. It kind of looks like my backyard.
Been spoiled.
Yeah.
We've been spoiled with our new setup. So
we have. But hey, this is gonna be a hard-nosed fight. I expect a lot of running. Summertown's going to run this little triple option academy-style football. It's on us to stay disciplined and try to stop them and go to 5-0 on the year. And like you said, for supremacy in this district, we got to win tonight. It's a big game. If you can't get geared up for this game, then you can't get geared up for football. So this is a big game for Mount Pleasant. We got the full backing of the Mount Pleasant band tonight. You're going to hear them intermittently, which we're happy to have them. And let's play some football. It's kind of a beautiful night.
Oh yeah, it ended up being a great night for football. Just a tick warm as far as a football coach is concerned, but actually a beautiful night for football. Looks like that Mount Pleasant, Summertown won the toss, and I believe they elected to defer. And no, they're going to receive. They have decided to receive, and they'll be going from our left to right, which will put the Mount Pleasant Tigers on defense first. The defense has been holding this team together so far this year. The offense has kind of struggled a little bit. Last week it was the defense basically won the game. They scored the winning points. They kept Harpeth from doing too much, and until the last drive when we were able to eat up the clock.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is a defensive-led team, and we're gonna have to find a way to score some points tonight against a tough Summertown team, or it might be a long night. So
yeah.
Offense, we're down a starter. Avery Johnson won't be playing tonight, so we have to find a way to get those pass catchers out there.
It'd be the next man up attitude. I've been talking to some of the boys about that, and that's exactly what they're looking to do. And as we said, you can hear the band kicking up behind us here, so we're going to do the best we can to keep you all apprised of what's happening here. But the Summertown offense is a wing T, like you said, academy wing T offense. It runs through the fullback, and their fullback is a senior named Quint Smith, number 5. It runs through him. As Quint runs, so does Summertown. And if we're going to stop them, we've got to stop that young man first, and then stop the options that come off of him.
Oh, yeah, and they were able last Saturday, actually, after they delayed their game a day due to the tropical storm Hurricane Francine.
Yep.
And so they beat Loretto on Saturday, and they just imposed their will on them. They scored 39 points, I believe, and they were just able to run it right up the gut on them. That tough, like you said, academy-style wing tee offense, and they were just able to do what they want. So our defense, and, that's a strength, is our D-line. They're going to have to make some stops tonight.
Yeah, going back for Summertown will be number 6. Caden McCroy. Yeah, Caden McCroy. Number 14, Peyton Niehaus. And number 3, Kason Bailey. Of course, kicking for Mount Pleasant will be number 32, Braden Case.
And as you said, Coach, I mean, these are tight confines, and you're going to get some unique perspectives tonight from our camera. I mean, this is high school football. I mean,
yeah, this is small town football, and
cool.
we're kind of down close to the field. And a short pooch by Case, picked up at the 25, goes up the left side, and tackle is made there by number 8, Jalen Smith, at about the 37-yard line of Summertown. So Summertown will pick up on their left hash, 1st and 10. And we're going to see how this offense, what they're going to try to do. I'm curious. With Connor Scher up the middle, we're hoping that the fullback dive is not as effective. We got twins to the right, slot wing.
They look like they're pinching in.
Motion
here.
right, fullback dive, and he's met there at the line of scrimmage, but he gets under the pads of the linebackers right there, and they push forward for about 5 yards. So it will be 2nd and long 5, maybe 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line. Good dive play, good strong dive play right there, good push. We're going to have to get up under their pads, make sure that they don't push us around on that.
That's a good pickup on 1st down, just a tough, hard-nosed running style. We're going to see a lot of that tonight, and they're going to grind out yards.
After the first play, number 60, Taylon Russell, came out, grabbing his knee a little bit. Motion right, fullback dive, option out to the left, and there's nobody out at the pitch man, but Pursuit gets there quickly, and a good job by the defensive backfield. Looks like number 8, Jalen Smith, on the tackle out there. Brings up 3rd and 3.
That was a good tackle. I thought he was going to pick up more than that.
Mount Pleasant's going to have to depend on their speed on the outside to get, because they got to bunch up and stop that dive. They've got to stop the dive first. Summertown knows that, and they're going to try to push them on these perimeter. Power eye backfield, slide, fullback dive, and it's going to be short. Well, I take that back. Looks like he's going to have just enough. Ends up being a 1st down for Summertown at the 47-yard line. Wasn't by much.
No.
That's good. Met him at the line of scrimmage, but he's got that good low body lean. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough tonight. They're going to depend on their power game tonight.
And this kind of offense, it just kills you by 1,000 cuts too. 4 or 5 yards here.
This is an extremely tough offense to contain or to stop. Motion to the right, sweep to the right, and Easterling does a good job on Pursuit right there. Gets outside and does not let him turn the corner.
Good speed.
Number 28 for Summertown on the carry was Colton Pugh, just on a simple sweep. J.P. Easterling showing a lot of speed there from his corner. Is able to close it down.
Let's take a look at it in the meantime.
Gets that motion, just a quick pitch to the outside, and we see Easterling come up from his corner position right there and doesn't seal. Now, he took a chance. He took a duck inside. Most coaches don't want you going inside to do that, but he got away with it that time. A little bit of a spread. Fullback dive into number 6. And not much gain there. Tackle led there by number 63, Paxton Williams. Lost his helmet in the process, so he's going to have to come off the field. But now we got 3rd and 9, right where the Tigers want the Eagles. Had a little bit of a change here on offense for Summertown. We expected number 5, Quint Smith, to be the fullback, and it's been number 6. Caden McCroy has carried the load, and we have a timeout on the field. Summertown calls a timeout, so with 9:09 left in the first quarter, it's Summertown 0, Mount Pleasant 0. We'll be right back after these messages.
We thrive here at Merchandise Marketplace to give our customers the best experience, quality, and price. Anything from auto supply, tools and garden, to furniture, home decor, and self-care. Don't miss our daily deals Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Our doors open at 10 a.m. and close at 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Friday and Saturday, and Sunday at 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Your finds await at 1412 Trotwood Avenue, Columbia, Tennessee, Suite 20.
Okay, 3rd down and 9.
Big third
for
down.
Summertown. Huge 3rd down play here early in the first quarter. 9:09 left in the first quarter.
Oh, false start.
Snap, false start. Looked like I saw some movement in the blue line there. And the referee's pointing the wrong way. They said it was offsides.
Did they?
Okay. I did
not see that either.
Did not see that
Looked
either.
like the left side of that offensive
And
line
again,
was jumpy.
those pre-snap penalties, come back to bite us here against a good team. We cannot afford those. Okay, they're in their slot wing. Motion to the right. Play action pass. He throws it deep downfield, and it's covered. Covered by Carter Dunn right there. He had a step for a little bit. Carter Dunn did a good job of recovering right there. We also put good pressure. Number 64, I believe it was number 64.
And I got it right here, Mike. Let's take a look at it. It looked like good defense there by Carter.
Good pressure right there, forcing the quarterback just to throw it up. Carter Dunn gets over there in time to stop it. So now you got 4th down and 4 at the Mount Pleasant 47-yard line. Summertown's going to go for it. So first big play of the game right here.
Oh, they got a punter back there.
Oh, they did wind up for punting. I'm sorry. I'm looking.
I thought that was a heck of a deep drop for a second.
And they fake it, and they fake it right there, and they try to get in, and it's going to be close. In fact, he may have gotten it right there. Caught Mount Pleasant looking deep for the punt. Found a seam off that left side.
Let's take a look at it.
Set up for the punt. I was more right than I thought I was.
Yeah, you ended up being right.
McCrory takes it, gets a seam right off the left side, and was able to get just enough yards there.
Kind of nose it in there.
Huge play there to extend the drive for for Summertown.
Whoa, they're backing them up. They're backing them up, Mike.
And I did not see the signal. Did you?
I did not. I just heard against the Eagles.
Okay, so must have had an illegal procedure of some kind. We're going to see.
They only have 3 men on the. There's the rest of the team.
Okay. The referee's going to be making the signals to the home side, so we're going to have to look through his back to see what was going on.
So we're back at 4th and 4, correct?
So actually it's going to be 4th and 11. 4th and 4 should be 4th and 9, if I do my math right there.
It's too late to be doing math on a Friday.
Especially with an English teacher. That's a dangerous thing.
Well, I don't think the refs know any more than we do at this point, Coach, because they're huddling again.
Okay, making sure they got this alignment right, make sure they got this enforcement on the penalty right. Now, it's, okay, 4th and 9. Now at the 48-yard line of Summertown. Summertown's lined up to punt. Hopefully Mount Pleasant's a little bit more aware of that possibility, even though it's probably not as likely with 9 yards. Snap. Oh, it's back over the head. It's going to be a big play right here for Mount Pleasant. He comes around, gets the punt off, but he kicks it out of bounds, and Mount Pleasant's going to end up with the ball in great field position. Ball going to get the ball just outside the 50-yard line at the Mount Pleasant 49-yard line. A huge play right there. Snapped it over the head of the punter.
Good. I mean, it was so long we didn't catch a lot of it on our replay system, but I'll let it roll again. That was a heck of a play by the punter, really.
Actually was.
Yeah, to get that ball off. Man, we could have had him way back there. Goodness.
But we do end up in great field position at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10, Mount Pleasant, going from our right to left. Twins left. McClure to the right, motion, and movement. Now, who moved first is going to be the question.
They're us. Yep.
And again, I'm sure the coaches have worked on this week, but this is going to be a huge problem we're going to have to fix as we get through the year. Seth, you realize after tonight, we're halfway through the season.
It flies by.
And we're still having problems with pre-snap penalties.
I talked to Coach this week, and he knew they needed to snuff them out, and so far, no dice.
McClure off of right hip. Fake.
It looks like he's
comes running off to the right side. Quarterback keep, and gets hammered at about the line of scrimmage. Maybe about a 3-yard gain. John Michael Wright right there faked it to McClure on the inside dive, kept it outside. Looked like he had something for a second there, but then pursuit caught up with him. It's going to be 2nd and 12.
John
Mount Pleasant 48.
Yeah, he's tough as nails. He doesn't have a lot of speed, but he's tough. I mean, he took the hit like a champ, but the edge isn't the best place for John.
Not exactly a place you want your quarterback getting hit.
Yeah.
Get the adjustment set up. Nazir Carter comes over to the left side. Give it to McClure going to the left. Gets outside the first tackler, tries to get around the outs, and he can't get around the second man. Number 3, Cason Bailey for Summertown makes the tackle on McClure, and it's going to be 3rd and long. 3rd and 8 at the Summertown 48-yard line.
And I got that one here. We're going to go ahead and take a look-see at it real quick while they're lining up. And she tries to get the edge, and he's just not able to get the edge. Good pursuit by Summertown. And just
we don't get enough blockers out in front of him, and the force man. And quarterback, quick pitch option, and they blow that play up quickly. McClure did not have a chance to get outside right there.
Nothing there.
And number 5, Quint Smith made the tackle at the outside linebacker right there.
Oh, we got a flag.
Got another flag. So now he ends up 4th and 11 on that play. It's called a quick pick, option quick pitch. It looks like an option play, but it's all just actually a sweep play. Trying to get him on the outside edge right there. Summertown sniffed it out quickly.
Yeah, hey, that defense for Summertown, they're quick.
They're going to be tough.
Yeah, they have some pursuit to the ball. I'm telling you that just from that first series. They're swarming to the ball. Oh, they're going for it.
And it's a pass to number 5, Nazir Carter.
Sophomore at Mount Pleasant High School.
J.P. Easterling was the up back. We didn't even have our punter out there. I don't know how that wasn't noticed.
I personally got so confused. I didn't even get a good camera angle on it.
I was looking for him. He never went out there. Makes a great play. So now Mount Pleasant rolls the dice and comes up positive yards. They're going to have 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line of Summertown.
Nazir just found a good seam there and just got it upfield in a hurry. Good job on the offense right there. Good
Easterling did a good job getting it to him.
Yeah, good throw.
Twins to left, short slot right. Got a Overload now to the left. Summertown adjusts.
Get upfield.
McClure to the left, tries to get upfield, and there's nothing doing. Summertown all over him there. Defense led there by Quint Smith, number 5. Looks like they're going to ask Quint to play defense mostly tonight. And
well, he's popping off the screen so far. I mean, he's looking pretty good. I don't know, you know, if he kind of did a little stutter step before he got downfield there, and that might not work tonight.
Yeah, he's going to have to hit the hole quickly. 6 minutes and 30 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. Got 2nd and 9. McClure to the right of Easterling. And a mix-up, another pre-snap penalty. Looked like there was a mix-up between the center and the quarter. I think the center thought the quarterback was underneath him, was up under him, and he was back in shotgun. You know, he snapped it. No one else moved.
And the coaches are not happy for Mount Pleasant right now. They are barking at their player, rightfully so. They're trying to get everyone on the same page.
Yeah, that's already, 4 pre-snap penalties in this first quarter.
Yeah.
2nd and 15. Motion to the left. Fakes the handoff to McClure on the jet. And Easterling takes it up into the middle, tries to punch through, gets about 3 yards,
tough
maybe
run.
4.
Yeah, tough run.
It's going to end up 3rd and 11. Position we really don't want to find ourselves in very often. We have an effective passing game, but it's not our bread and butter. We want to be in the 3rd and short if we're going to be in 3rd down at all.
I know this is a big play call. I'm not sure what you're going to go with here because it's probably too long for a field goal. And
you're going to say we're in that no man's land.
Yeah.
John Michael Wright back out at quarterback in shotgun. Brings Easterling back over to the left. Straight drop back. Looking downfield, pump to the out route, and looks like he gets McClure, Jaden McClure out there for a good gain, but it's not enough, and it's going to end up at 4th down and about 5 yards.
But manageable.
Yes, it's much better than the 4th and extra long right there. Good pass play. So we got 4th down and 5 at the 29-yard line of Summertown. Mount Pleasant here pushing it here in this first quarter. Looks like we're taking an awful long time to run this play. They don't have a play clock here that's displayed, and so they have to depend. And the back judge is showing signals.
Timeout.
And Mount Pleasant calls a timeout to avoid the penalty. So with 4 minutes and 48 seconds, it's Summertown 0, Mount Pleasant 0. You're listening to the Front Porch Sports Network. We'll be right back after these messages.
Are you tired of living with neuropathy? If you're living with pain and numbness in your feet, then you understand that most treatments only target the symptoms of your neuropathy. At the Dr. Gill Center, our customized therapies target the underlying causes of neuropathy, promoting healing and helping to restore function. Are you ready to say goodbye to pain and limitations of neuropathy and hello to a brighter, pain-free future? Call 615-794-0800 and ask about our $49 special. Take the first step. Start living pain-free with Dr. Gill Center. Call me painfree.com.
This is Hal Landers, owner of Landers Insurance Agency. We are an independent agency representing the famous Erie Insurance Group. Landers Insurance Agency has been committed to providing great rates and great service since 2002, whether it's home and auto or business or life.
And we'll come back to that commercial here after first break. We apologize to our Landers sponsors. We'll play you next, we promise you.
We love you, Landers. We love you. It's a little herky-jerky tonight.
Yeah, kind of hard to tell on our timing, but now huge play, 4th and 5 at the 23-yard line of Summertown. Play action pass. Easterling looking to pass. He has McClure up the seam for a first down, a completed pass to Jaden McClure. He's going to end up at the 4-yard line of Summertown, 1st and goal. Just a really pretty play action pass right there. Easterling is always a threat to run. And so he gets McClure up the seam on a really pretty pass. 1st and goal now at the 4-yard line for Mount Pleasant. Easterling under center, fakes the dive to the fullback, turns up the field behind him. and pushes it in, and the players are signaled touchdown. The referees finally signaled touchdown. Just a basic little quarterback belly play, quarterback power. He fakes it to the fullback and then goes one more hole out. Gets a good seam from the right side right there, and then just powers his way into the end zone. Great job on the right side of the line for Mount Pleasant. And a huge play there on 4th down. Getting that first down to keep the drive alive.
Easterling's hard to tackle, too. I mean, he's just sneaky between. Oh.
And again,
no.
Pre-snap penalty.
No, come on.
One of these days, we're actually going to stay set.
At an extra point, too, it's a little surprising because it's just
you
same
move
thing.
On the ball. You watch the ball and you move on the ball.
It's the same thing every time.
Fortunately, Case is capable of kicking this distance now.
Yeah, he's showed us a good leg this year so far.
Been pretty consistent. So now he's going to be kicking the ball from the 15-yard line instead of the 10. Set, hold, and kick.
Get it in there.
And it's up strong, and it's good. And with 4:17 to go, Mount Pleasant takes the lead over Summertown, 7-0 here in the first quarter. We'll be right back after these messages. You're listening to the Front Porch Sports Network.
This is Hal Landers, owner of Landers Insurance Agency. We are an independent agency representing the famous Erie Insurance Group. Landers Insurance Agency has been committed to providing great rates and great service since 2002. Whether it's home and auto or business or life insurance, we've got you covered. 24/7 in-house claim service, we've got that too. Visit Landers Insurance at 514 North Garden Street, Columbia. Call us at 931-380-2003. Our website is landersinsuranceagency.com, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
And we're back here in Summertown, Tennessee, here at the home of the Summertown Eagles. Mount Pleasant has just taken the lead with 4:17 in the first quarter with a nifty 50-yard drive with 2 huge plays.
Conversions. Yeah, my goodness.
A 4th down and 5 fake punt. And then another 4th down and 5 play action pass. 2 huge conversions right there to keep the play going. Little short pooch kick, and we had people ahead of the ball when he kicked the ball.
Man,
another, not a pre-snap, but a pre-kick penalty that time.
This isn't something you see every day.
Unfortunately, we're seeing it every week, and
I guess that's every day in football language.
Yeah.
But
this is as a former coach, you are almost beside yourself at this point. You've had these problems. You've worked on these problems. You worked on it, and you worked on it, and you worked on it in practice. And basically, it comes down to a focus. Now, we've been able to overcome them, and that's a testament to our kids' resilience. But as we get further and further in this season, this is going to become an issue if we don't get it corrected.
Yeah, I wonder if the Summertown coaching staff has kind of highlighted that. You know, they're offsides on kicks, they're offsides on extra points, and they told this ref crew before the game. I don't know.
The referees don't have to be told that. They already know that. All right, and the kick, he kicks it deep this time, and he kicks it over the head of the Summertown receiver. He catches the ball at about the 15-yard line going backwards, which now he has to turn around, and he is met by a host of Tigers at about the 26-yard line. A really good kick by Case that time. Gets it over the head of the receivers, made him go over and make an over-the-shoulder catch. Good job there pinning Summertown deep in their territory, recovering on that. Again, a testament to our kids, overcome the penalty right there.
Yeah, just cornered them
right
there.
Had we been able to do that without the penalties, think where we would be. All right, 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Let's see if our defense can hold serve again. Twins to the right. Fullback dive to the left, and there's motion, or the flag now in the backfield, this time in the Summertown backfield. This time Quint Smith is in the lineup now at fullback, and they gave him the ball there, had a gain of about 6 yards. But there was a flag in the Summertown backfield.
It's a chop block, Coach.
Chop block, that is a major penalty. That's going to move him back a lot. That's a huge break there for the Mount Pleasant defense.
That is a personal foul.
Personal foul right there. So now it's going to be end up 1st and 25.
You know, Connor Scher, and my talking to him throughout the week, he did say they like to, they can get a little choppy.
Yeah.
Out there.
Well, the wing tee offense is predicated on getting a lot of double teams, and if you're not careful, those double teams turn into chop blocks. The chop block is when one player is engaged high and then they cut his knees or something, and you're not allowed to do that. You can double team them, but they have to be at the same level.
Or you can cut them, but you just can't be engaging them up top.
Right.
Yeah.
Both men have to be at the same level. Motion to the right. Fullback diving. Oh, he fakes it.
Pitch.
Gets it outside, and great job there by the Mount Pleasant defense trying to get the numbers. He turns around just a little bit. I believe that's Dakota Alderson on that play, outside linebacker. Great job.
And let's take another look at it here.
They
Dakota's quick.
They faked the dive inside, hoping we'll suck in on it, and we did a good job stopping the dive right there. Quarterback keeps it, forces the pitch. Dakota really does both of them. He forces the pitch and then turns outside and catches the pitch man. Looks like Mount Pleasant's defense is going to be predicated, stop the dive, stop the quarterback, and run to the pitch man.
Well, we got the speed to do it. We got the speed to do it.
They're not going to necessarily assign a man to the pitch man. They're just going to run to him. Trips now to the left for Summertown. Straight rolls out to the left.
All day.
Power throws a pass out in the flat intended for number 10, Logan Love, and he overthrows him.
Looks like he had him.
He had him open there. He was kind of in between. He was in front of or behind the linebackers, in front of the corners. They ran a flood route right there. They had trips to the left, ran a flood route, had a guy deep, had a guy in the mid-range, and a guy shallow. And we only had 2 defenders on that end of the field.
What do you run here on 3rd and 25?
I'd be looking for some kind of draw or a screen. That was successful against us last week, and most of the time teams are playing back for a long pass. What they don't want is to give up the big play. So a lot of times the screen pass is open. Straight drop back. Again, they try that flood route and almost have it. Easterling tried to jump the route and almost misplayed it right there. Had the Summertown guy come down with it, there wasn't anybody to stop him.
No, those were 2 good opportunities for Summertown to land the ball in there, and they just weren't able to do it.
But
now they're
what we see now, passing is not what Summertown wants to do. So if we can force them into passing situations, we're going to be in a better control of the situation. Again, defense comes up big for Mount Pleasant. 2 minutes and 52 seconds. Got 4th and 25 at the Summertown 14-yard line.
We're going to have good field position, hopefully.
Just got to field the punt cleanly. Make sure we get what we can on the return. This time a good snap. And, oh, man, he almost got the punt. Easterling gets the ball on the run, going forward, and gets a great return up to about the 23-yard line. Great play on both ends of that. Number 22, Carter Dunn, almost got the block. Took a great angle, almost got the block. Forced a short punt. Easterling was able to catch it on the run going forward and just sliced and diced through the coverage team right there. You see the almost block right there, and then Easterling catches on the full run. Gets a really good block there right at the beginning. Couldn't catch the number on the replay right there. 1st and 10 at the Summertown 23. Mount Pleasant's sitting in great position again. This time McClure to the right. Sees a little bit of a seam, cuts up into the seam, gets a decent gain on 1st down.
Well, we got about 2.5 minutes left. Yeah.
2nd down and 6, along 6 at the 20-yard line. Seth, really what the doctor ordered as far as our field position.
Oh, yeah.
We're playing in Summertown's end of the field. We're able to primarily run our game pass when we want to, not when we have to.
Yeah, we're looking better than we started the last couple games, to be honest with you, against a 4-0 Summertown team. We're looking pretty good.
John Michael Wright hands it off to McClure, up the middle, easing over to his left, and gets stopped for a small loss right there. You see a flag fly?
I did not, but it's hard from this angle. But
a little hard to see over the players' heads. We're at the bottom of the bleachers. Our camera's at the top of the bleachers. If you start seeing kind of a shake here, it's because a lot of people, we have a big crowd here from Mount Pleasant. We filled up this visitor side really well.
I'm going to try to get you a quick glance here. It's just a nice
3rd and 7 3rd and 7 at the 21-yard line. Easterling at quarterback. Motion to the right. And it's just a quarterback sweep to the right. Easterling cuts up, tries to get forward a little bit. Doesn't get much yardage right there. Tried to take advantage of the pursuit for Summertown, hopefully over pursuit. They did a good job closing up the hole. So now we're going to end up at 4th and 5.
Oh, goodness.
4th and 5 with about a minute to go in the first quarter at the 18-yard line. The clock's rolling here. Mount Pleasant in no hurry to get this play off other than they don't want the delay of game penalty.
No, yeah. You got to convert. Come on, guys.
John Michael Wright at quarterback. You got to shift over to the right to overload to the right. And a hard count, and
looks like they.
Okay, hard count. We thought, looked like Summertown might have crossed the line, but they didn't. They were trying to get that on. So coach called the timeout. It was a called play, what we call the hard count play. They tried to draw them off sides. We're going to stay right here for this timeout. Tried to draw him off sides. It didn't work, so he calls the timeout so he can get himself set. Also gives him a chance to see what kind of defense Summertown was going to play.
Yeah. It looks like actually they did jump off sides. We didn't go and engage them, but who knows?
Well, again, in high school, all you got to do is break the plane. You don't have to hit anybody, and you don't have to engage while they're there. They don't get the chance to come back. But evidently, their alignment is far enough off the ball that when they jumped and leaned a little bit, they weren't off sides. And that may be something we need to look at down the road, is maybe adjusting our alignment where we're not just right up on the edge of the ball. Most of the time, you want to be there to get there quick. But if we're a little jumpy and we're quick enough, that might be one of the solutions. Okay, 38 seconds left here in the first quarter. It is 4th down 5 at the 18-yard line of Summertown for the Mount Pleasant Tigers. They're up 7-0 right now and driving. Hopefully they can keep this drive going. Got an overload to the right. A lot of players to the right.
That's a heavy load to the right.
And we're going to see if Summertown adjusts. They don't adjust. Okay, evidently there was flags down. We must have had – I don't think we had enough men on the line of scrimmage looking at that. We get a replay and look at that. I don't think we had enough guys on the line.
Yeah,
well, we didn't get –
we wouldn't have picked it up regardless, unfortunately, and it looks like a legal procedure, and they're –
Okay, it was not – if it was a pre-snap penalty, they've got to take the penalty. They don't have the choice.
Yeah.
And hold on. If that's a pre-snap penalty, then that snap doesn't count. It's still 4th down. They don't get the option of turning that penalty down. Evidently, it was not a pre-snap penalty.
Maybe something with the coaches. Mike might be able to listen in here. I don't
We've
know.
got, and all that we didn't notice. We have a player down for Mount Pleasant. Trying to tell who that is. He's not very comfortable. And they are calling. Looks like they're calling for the team trainer, team physician even. So if we can get a number, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and take a break right here, and we'll have an injury timeout. We'll let you know as soon as we can who this is. So you're listening to the Front Porch Sports Network. We'll be right back.
I'm Justin George.
I'm Corey Muehlbauer.
Together, we are Columbia Motor Company.
Columbia Motor Company offers quality pre-owned vehicles at an affordable price, along with many financing options to keep you in your budget.
We are veteran and locally owned. We are located just off of Carmack Boulevard in downtown Columbia. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram, or visit our website at columbiamotorcompany.com.
If you want a different and enjoyable car buying experience, please give us the opportunity here at Columbia Motor Company.
Mezcal Cochina Mexicana. Delicious food and amazing service at an affordable price. Mezcal Cochina Mexicana. Located off of Nashville Highway in Neapolis, near Spring Hill High School. 2504 Care Lane. Authentic Mexican cuisine. Full menu. Family dine-in. Takeout. Delivery. Offering the best cocktails in the area. On the rocks or frozen, pair your meal with our famous margarita. Don't forget, Mezcal Cochina Mexicana for your next meal. Check us out on Facebook. Visit Mezcal Cochina Mexicana today. Proud supporters of the Front Porch Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Chris Chumley, owner of Expert Landscaping, LLC. Located in beautiful Columbia, Tennessee, Expert Landscaping specializes in consulting and design for all your outdoor needs, as well as installations for landscaping, pools, patios, outdoor kitchens, fireplaces, irrigation, and lighting. Call us today at 931-374-1772. Expert Landscaping, where quality work is an investment in the future.
Hello, I'm Rick Whitley.
And I'm Daniel Pollard from Jones & Lang Sporting Goods. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the many years of support. Since 1966, Jones & Lang has been locally owned and operated and supplying teams from T-ball to college. Stop by and see what we can do for you. We offer a wide variety of services from silk screening and embroidery to our custom trophy and awards department.
We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Remember, Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
Do you want to be a bad man? Yes, you do. Do you want to taste sweet salvation underneath the summer moon? Do you need another hand now? Yes, you do. Go see Miss Josie down on Columbus Avenue. All right, Columbus Avenue.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
And I'm Michael Parks Lawrence at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
Together, we're Mr. Bobby Parks' grandsons, and we run his dealership, and we are glad to be part of our local community.
Being family owned and operated, we invest heavily in our community.
We do things like sports teams, schools, bands, you name it. We try to help everybody we can.
The reason why we do this is because we all love this community.
So come do business with us, your neighbors, at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee, right off Nashville Highway, or at parksmotorsales.com.
He shoots, and he scores!
Hi, I'm Matt Perales, manager of Murray County Equipment. We help you with all your agriculture and construction equipment needs. We carry a full line of New Holland tractors from compacts to high horsepower. We have a full line of Gravely mowing equipment. We also have New Holland construction equipment, attachments, and accessories for your tractors and a complete parts department. We are locally owned and operated. Come see us at 1075 North James Campbell Boulevard or learn about us on Facebook or contact us at 931-490-8183.
Farmer Johnny here, Taylor Family Farm. I want to give y'all a little look-see. We raise 100% non-GMO, grass-fed beef, pasture chicken, and pork on our family farm. Everything that we grow is raised with love and care to ensure the highest quality and nutrition for our family and customers. You can shop online at TaylorFamilyFarmTN.com or visit our farm store in person at Etheridge, Tennessee at 301 Dave Reisner Road. That's TaylorFamilyFarmTN.com for more information.
This is Trip Stoltz, owner and manager at Columbia Ace Hardware. We have changed our store hours to better serve our community. Columbia Ace Hardware is now open from 7 to 7 Monday through Friday, from 8 to 4 on Saturday, and closed on Sunday. Come see us at 112 East James Campbell Boulevard and let us show you customer service that can only be found at Columbia Ace Hardware.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
And we're back here coming off of this injury timeout. The injured player from Mount Pleasant is number 5, Nazir Carter. Had medical teams from both sidelines down here working on him. Evidently a pretty significant upper body injury on the right side. I'm not going to speculate any more than that. They're carting him off the field now and taking him over to the ambulance so they can cart him off to the hospital and get him checked further. One of those unfortunate situations. Every player knows when they step out on the field that they take a risk, and they accept that risk, and unfortunately sometimes the risk comes up and gets you.
Yeah, and we've been fortunate all season so far to kind of avoid an injury to that magnitude. I'm not speculating either, but he was in pain. He was all right in the big picture, but he was in a lot of pain.
A lot of pain and really frustrated too. You know, you could tell he knew that he was done for a little bit, and he's really frustrated by that prospect as much as being hurt. Now we got to have the straightening out of the play itself,
which seems like an hour ago to me.
Yeah, it seems like a long time ago. 34 seconds left here in the first quarter, and the ball is spotted at the 15-yard line, or about the 16-yard line. 1st and 10, Summertown. So they did go ahead and let the play stand. Evidently it was not a pre-snap penalty. Summertown comes out with trips to the right, shotgun, and handoff, fake a handoff to
good tackle
to the fullback coming across. Quarterback tries to keep it up the middle, and a great tackle there. I believe it was by our defensive captain, Evan Plunkett, his brother. So now you got 2nd and 6 for Summertown at the 19-yard line. Defense has got to do a good job, but it looks like they're going to go ahead and let the quarter run out. So here at the end of the first quarter, it is Mount Pleasant 7, Summertown 0. We'll be right back after these messages. You're listening to the Front Porch Sports Network.
Is your insurance up to date in today's world? Foster Insurance Agency is an insurance agency you can depend on for your commercial and personal insurance needs. Foster tailors insurance coverage to meet your unique requirements stemming from years of experience and represents several top-rated companies such as Erie Insurance. Call Mike Ford or Jimmy Ford today at 931-388-8365 or stop by their convenient Columbia location at 204 West 4th Street. Foster Insurance, serving Middle Tennessee since 1952.
I'm Jimmy Ford, Foster Insurance Agency here in downtown Columbia. We've been here since 1952, located at 204 West 4th Street. We specialize in commercial insurance. We write home, auto, and life insurance. We write anything from your bulldozer to helicopter, from churches to bars. Come see myself, Mike, Shelby, or Nikki. We'll be happy to take care of you. We specialize in service.
And we're back here for the second quarter in this Region 5 tilt between two undefeated teams, Summertown Eagles and Mount Pleasant Tigers. And Seth, Mount Pleasant's got to work to keep the momentum that they had here in the first quarter on the defensive side of the ball. The injury to Nazir is going to kind of take the wind out of your sails a little bit. We got to get that momentum back.
Oh yeah.
Get that edge back.
It takes the wind out of the sails of everybody here at the stadium. But let's recapture the momentum.
Motion to the right. A little bit of a jump.
Oh, man.
And they capture him in the backfield. Connor Sheriff finishes off the play. He was caught in the backfield there by Braxton Brady initially and spun around. Couldn't tell who had the ball right there. I believe it was their tailback, which was either going to be number 5 or number 6.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Number 5 would be Quint Smith. Number 6 would be Caden McCroy. At this angle, it's really, really hard for us to see jersey numbers.
Yeah, this is the worst angle for us tonight probably. It's just a difficult one.
So now you have 3rd down and 10. Again, the defense coming up strong, keeping Summertown deep in their territory. 3rd and 10 at the 15-yard line. Cannot let them have a big play. We got to watch that screen that hurt us last week. Quick screen out into the flat. Good pursuit.
I got him.
Good pursuit there by the Mount Pleasant defense. Carter Dunn there first for the Mount Pleasant Tigers. Now comes up 4th down and a long 3, maybe 4 for Summertown. Would they be crazy enough to fake it at this point?
They're backed up pretty good. I'd punt it away and hope your
4th and 3. Big thing we got to watch, though, is the snap count. We cannot give them the 5 yards on a pre-snap penalty right here.
And I'm sure they're telling them that. I hope
yes.
they're, yeah.
You know, we'd rather be a little bit late coming off this punt. Single receiver back for Mount Pleasant now.
Just play it safe. And
gets the punt off.
Pretty good one.
And he lets it roll, gets a Summertown roll. Summertown bounce and bounce down to about the 35-yard line, rolls out of bounds at the 35-yard line of Mount Pleasant. Defense does their job, gets the ball back with 10 minutes and 9 seconds left in the half. Mount Pleasant up 7-0. And Seth, as has all season, defense is leading the way for us, giving us great opportunities in the offense. This time the offense, though, took advantage of a short field and got the lead.
But yeah, we haven't even letting the Summertown offense get any traction so far. That single wing, they haven't been able to do anything with it so far. Wing take.
Motion to the right, jet sweep to Jaden McClure, and cuts up inside. There's nothing there. Quint Smith leading the tackles for the Summertown Eagles. Those of you from Mount Pleasant may recognize that name.
Oh, yeah.
Quint Smith, his father was Walt Smith, who I had the honor of working with when he was the head coach here at Mount Pleasant about 15 years ago now.
It was before I was around the scene.
But we had some really good years there. Quint was just a baby when I first saw him, grown up to be a fine young man, it looks like. And he's definitely a force for the Summertown Eagles. Motion to the right, bootleg. Pass out into the flat, and it comes off his hands a little funny. Actually, we're pretty fortunate. He threw into double coverage right there, trying to hit Evan Plunkett out in the flat. They had him covered pretty well.
There was nothing there. Lucky it didn't
probably,
get picked.
I think he was trying to – I hope he was trying to throw that away. 3rd and 10 now. Looks like the Summertown defense has stepped up their intensity a little bit.
Yeah, we haven't found a whole lot of room aside of those two passes. I mean,
really, those were surprise plays.
Yeah.
And so we got trips to the left. McClure to the left of John Michael Wright at shotgun. Straight drop back. Can't see anybody. Moves around in the pocket. Finally sees somebody in the middle of the field. Tries to punch it in. Throws it low. Number 15 for Summertown, Austin Reed, got his hand up there and knocked that pass down. It looked like he had McClure in the middle of the field right there late. Coming across, came up, see McClure in the field, and just threw it a little bit behind him. Ends up with 4th and 10 at the Mount Pleasant 35-yard line. 9 minutes and 20 seconds left. High snap, gets past Case. He's going to have to turn around and kick it, get it off quick. Okay, does a good job letting it get off and gets a roll from Mount Pleasant.
What are the chances?
Disaster
what are the chances?
Averted. Not a good situation, but disaster averted right there.
That's the second time we saw that same exact play.
And the same location, same location of the field. Again, just concentration level right there.
I know both punters with good plays, averting disaster, really. I mean, that ended up being a decent punt all in all.
Actually ended up being about a 12-yard punt, but it was from about 25 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Cool under pressure. Maybe.
So 1st and 10, Summertown at the 50-yard line. Defense has got to step up right here.
He's got.
And a long pass. Oh, and he's got somebody way behind, and he drops it.
I'm sorry.
Thank goodness he dropped that play right there because he had us all fooled. They had a double fake in the backfield and a bootleg.
Flag in the
end
end
zone.
zone.
A flag
it's gotta be
late in the play.
It's got to be an unsportsmanlike, Coach. I don't know
And
who's talking to who.
Jalen Smith was on the coverage back there, and evidently he was saying something, personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on number 8, Jalen Smith, and evidently he said something coming back, and I don't know why.
Well, my point is he really shouldn't be talking at all because he was thoroughly beat on the play. I mean, the guy had an atmosphere around him. He could have caught the ball, so I don't know why Mr. Smith is talking any trash when he's beat.
I don't know what the situation was, what stirred it up, but again, we cannot lose our composure. We had him back. Now we're giving them the ball in our territory. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Slot wing, fullback dive, and they try to push it forward. And good pursuit there by the defense. Quint Smith leading the carry, and big pile up. They're trying to untangle right there. And at the bottom of the pile right there is Braden Parrish.
Mount Pleasant sophomore.
Good play, stacking him up. Be 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line of Mount Pleasant. Again, the Mount Pleasant defense typically playing a good game. Got fooled on that play right there. We got a break. Kind of had a break. He dropped the pass, and then, again, lost our composure a little bit.
Right through the breadbasket.
Motion to the right. Fullback dive to Smith again, and he slips and slides through the line right there and gets another gain for about 3 to 4 yards. He runs low to the ground right there, and he makes it a hard thing to hit. All you're going to hit is pads. But now we have 3rd and about 4. 3rd and a long 4, maybe 5, at the 29-yard line of Mount Pleasant. 8 minutes to go in the half and counting. Defense here's got to rise up. This is a big 3rd down play because they're in that no man's lane. We're going to force them into a 4th down attempt if we can stop them here and stop this drive. Wide out to the right, slot wing, motion right, and a sweep out to the right. They're going to try to outflank us. And Pursuit gets there. We can't get him down.
There's a flag
and another flag coming in. Unfortunately, that usually does not bode well with that much movement around. A lot of times a face mask gets grabbed in there. 22 Carter Dunn was at the bottom of the pile there for Mount Pleasant.
I think it's on Summertown.
Thank goodness this time it's on Summertown.
Man, these Summertown guys, they run hard.
They're quick, and they get out there, and you're going to have to wrap them up. You're not going to be able to push them down. You have to wrap them up. You're going to have to gang tackle these guys.
His legs were churning. You could see him from a mile
away.
away.
Just a minor. Okay, I'm really not sure what the call was there.
I didn't see it.
Can't find the white hat there, and he evidently told the coach, didn't signal it. So, 5-yard penalty. 3rd down again. This time now it's 3rd and about 5, maybe 6, 3rd and 6. At the Mount Pleasant 31-yard line. Motion to the right. Play action pass. Screen into the middle of the field, or short pass in the middle field. Open in the flat. Moving up the sideline and gets to about the 10-yard line. A little crossing route, late drag route to number 15. Austin Reed. Quarterback had way too long to throw that. He got pressure right at the end.
And let's take a look at it right here, Coach. Looks like he was blocked. His butt was on the ground. He got
knocked down, and we weren't able to maintain our coverage. And then he gets a little pick, gets a little block right there, and breaks it open. So now it is 1st and 10, 1st and goal, just inside the 10 for Summertown. Slide motion to the right. Fullback dive to the right. Looks like, yep, Quint Smith gets about 4 yards on the carry. It's going to be 2nd and goal at the 6. Now Summertown's going to just back their ears off and try to bulldoze this in, which is their trademark. This is where they like to be. Defense is going to have to rise up and stuff them at the line, hopefully get a penalty here to push everybody back a little bit. 2nd and goal at the 6. Full house backfield. Slide to the right again. Fullback dive to Smith. And he's met at the line of scrimmage by Plunkett.
We're guarding that well, Coach. It's just he's falling
He's
forward.
just a strong young man.
They're ready for Mount Pleasant's ready for it, and they're guarding it well.
Alderson and Plunkett right there on the play. 3rd and goal at the 4-yard line.
It's extremely hard to tell, everyone. These yard lines aren't well marked tonight. And
Plus, we're at a low angle.
Yeah, it's just hard to tell.
It's hard to tell where we are. Big 3rd down play right here. If we can get this goal line stand, it would be a huge turn. 5 minutes and 45 seconds left in the half. Full house backfield again. Slide to the right. And again, this time they faked it to Quint. Pitch it outside and get a little bit of a seam.
They're saying our ball.
And there may be a loose ball down there. Looks like there's possibly a fumble on the play, and there's still a mad scramble.
Mount Pleasant has it.
Mount Pleasant comes up the ball.
Mount Pleasant ball.
And the referee says it's a fumble into the end zone. We recover it for a touchback. Another huge stop by our defense. That took so long for us to figure out what happened there. We weren't able to get a replay on that, but they tried to. They ran the fake twice, or they ran the fake inside after running it twice. They had a little bit of a seam. We were able to punch the ball out. Again, a huge stop by the Mount Pleasant defense to maintain the lead right here with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, that far end zone angle, we didn't have much. I could just see the Mount Pleasant guys signaling our ball, and they're at the bottom of the pile with it. What a break!
3 receivers to the right. John Michaels snaps, fullback dive right up the middle, and not much there. Number 12, number 12, Eb Shafter making the play right there. Looked like it was Evan Plunkett on the carry. 2nd and 8 at the Mount Pleasant 22-yard line after a huge goal line stand by the defense to preserve a 7-0 lead here late in the first half. Let's see if we can get it out from under our goalpost here. Got motion, drags across the field, has Easterling across the middle, and a first down. Really a great play. They brought Easterling, had bunched up, had trips over here to the right, or twins to the right, bring him in motion across the field.
He got some pressure.
And then he does just a drag behind you. There's a clear out and a drag and wide open underneath. John Michael Wright hit him in stride right there. Was able to get the first down. Looks like John Michael ended up with a cramp or something, twisted his ankle on that play, so Easterling comes in to quarterback.
That was a heck of a pass with the Summertown defender right in John Michael's face, too. Good job standing tall.
First 10 at the Mount Pleasant, 1st and 10 at the Mount Pleasant 37. Fake the jet sweep. Easterling keeps it up the middle, finds a seam.
Wow.
Up the middle, just a real quick hitch, little jump step to the left, and then he turns on the jets up the field, gets a nice gain of about 9 yards up the middle there. So now it's 2nd and short, 2nd and 1, or 2nd and 2, according to the scoreboard out there. It's a short 2 at the 46-yard line of Mount Pleasant. Just what the doctor ordered here after that goal line stand.
Yeah, we want to kill the half here.
Kill the half, push a score in right at the end. We're also going to get the kickoff in the second half. Fullback dive to Plunkett up the middle, and he's got a seam. The left side of the line created a huge hole right there for him. Just a big drive. Plunkett gets the ball, barrels up the middle of the left side.
Plunkett runs hard. Every time he has the ball, he runs hard.
Had an influence block there. The guard pulls to the right. Plunkett runs where the guard came from. 1st and 10 at the Summertown 46. McClure in motion to the left.
Whoa.
Fakes the handoff to McClure on the jet. Easterling keeps it. Going back to the right on a quarterback counter and gets a good gain on 1st down.
Some of these lanes are starting to open up for us. We haven't seen them so far tonight.
And most importantly, they're making the defense chase them, which is going to tire them out. 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line. Mount Pleasant on the drive here after the goal line stand from their own 20-yard line. Goal line stand, the fumble in the end zone, and we recovered it.
Oh.
Fake to the fullback inside. Option pitch out here to McClure. Not much out there. The pursuit for Summertown's a good solid pursuit right there. McClure didn't have much room to go there, so it's going to be 3rd and 4 for Mount Pleasant right at the 40-yard line of the Summertown Eagles.
About 2 minutes left here, Coach.
Got a pistol eye formation, the best I can describe that. Hand off to McClure. No, excuse me. That's Plunkett right up the middle, getting right behind that big line, and they're just bulldozing, kind of giving Summertown a taste of their own medicine. Signal, stop the play or stop the clock. It's a 1st down, Mount Pleasant. With 1:50 and the clock now counting. Now they got the change reset. 1st and 10, Mount Pleasant. Chewing up the clock, driving the length of the field here. Easterling on a quarterback sweep to the right. Dodges one tackle, can't dodge the second one. And is wrapped up near the line of scrimmage. And we have a timeout called. And timeout by Mount Pleasant with 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the half. It's Mount Pleasant 7, Summertown 0. Mount Pleasant driving. You're listening to the Front Porch Sports Network.
Some people are just obsessed with their lawns. They'd cut their grass with a pair of scissors if they could. Thanks to Gravely, they don't have to. You see, Gravely makes not only the best built and most comfortable lawnmowers, they also leave your house looking like a doggone country club. So whether you're a commercial landscaper wanting the best or just a perfectionist homeowner, you can't do better than a Gravely.
See our full line of Gravely products at Murray County Equipment, 1075 North James Campbell Boulevard in Columbia, Tennessee, or check us out on Facebook.
1 minute, 30 seconds left here in the half. Mount Pleasant driving. It is 2nd down and 10 at the Summertown 36-yard line. Mount Pleasant up 7-0. And again, as we've been saying all year long, the defense rose up when they had to, made a huge play, and now the offense is carrying the load, eating up the clock, driving the length of the field here, doing a really good job so far.
You couldn't ask for anything better from the offense so far. They ate the clock and they're moving the ball until I just jinxed it. And we have a pre-snap penalty. I'm so sorry.
Had McClure coming back in motion, and man,
yeah,
those hurt.
We had it moving too, Coach, and we were just saying how well the drive was going, and man, it happens.
That takes us back to 2nd and 15.
I think some of that momentum we were getting, and you know, it was because there were no penalties. There were no pre-snap penalties. We were able to establish some rhythm, and we got to maintain that.
John Michael Wright checks back in at quarterback. Jaden Smith comes in at wide receiver.
We're going to have to throw this ball to get in the end zone if we want to, with a minute and a half left.
We also don't want to force it. Straight drop back, and they got a wheel route to McClure. He's open down the sideline. It's complete down the sideline. He gets pushed out of bounds at about the 15-yard line, we're guessing. What's called a wheel route.
Yeah, I got it. I had a hard time finding McClure down there, downfield.
It's coming out of the backfield. The receiver comes up the seam. McClure goes down the sideline, and he's able to get behind the linebacker. Oh, man.
No.
Oh, yes.
Another penalty.
A holding penalty.
We didn't see the
on
flag.
the line.
I apologize. I didn't see the flag. I was trying to catch
didn't either.
I was trying to catch McClure on the wheel route, and he beat me in the camera. And now,
oh man, that hurts. That's a gut punch right here with 1:23 left. Now it's 2nd and 25, or at least, but possibly 30.
way behind the sticks. Come on, guys.
And again, a little out route, going to give it to McClure in space and try to see what he can do with it. And he gets pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 2 yards. Summertown's very aware of who our bell cows are.
Yeah, they're in here well prepared. They know what to do.
And as soon as McClure shows up, he was able to get a rub on that pass play that got him up the sideline. He was able to kind of get a rub on there and get free of the guy guarding him. But that time they were all over him. Got 3rd now and 24 at the 50-yard line.
Not much in the playbook for 3rd and 24, but we got the players. We can do it.
Basically, what you try to do is you get it to your skills people in space and see if they can create something. But Summertown's also good in tackling in space. Straight drop back and throws it down the sideline. And McClure, he's hit. John Michael Wright is hit by number 6, Caden McCroy, as he is making the throw, and he gets up a little gimpy right there. Got hit in the ribs as he was making the pass.
Yeah,
wasn't able to get his full extension on it.
He's hurting a little bit.
Those hits in the back don't feel good.
Yeah.
He'll come through. Snap, punt, and it's caught at about the 20-yard line, and he's tackled immediately there by, I'm assuming, Carter Dunn or Braden Parrish. It's kind of hard to tell from here.
Well, as soon as we started bragging about that drive, it came crashing down in a hurry, Coach.
Again, we're becoming our own worst enemy right there.
But we are up 7-0. Defense has played a spectacular first half.
Well, we've had a couple of hiccups, and we just got away with them.
The fumble recovery in the end zone was nuts.
Again, showing our resilience right there. Something this defense has been able to do. Twins to the right, or actually twins both sides. Straight drop back for Summertown. They throw it out in the flat.
Boom.
And he's hit immediately there by J.P. Easterling for a short gain. More importantly, they keep him in bounds, and the clock keeps running. There's 50 seconds left in the half. The clock is running, and there's a timeout on the field.
I don't know what that whistle was. I don't think so.
Okay, as officials timeout, they stopped the clock. So we're trying to get people off, and we're good chance we're going to get 12 people on the field. I don't see the flag flying yet.
It was near side.
Okay,
it's hard to
throw
see.
it. Big Connor Scherer was trying to get off the field there and was not able to get off before the snap.
He was moving, just not fast enough.
That one was kind of obvious. Really didn't need to make that late of a snap. That's something. Either somebody wasn't listening for the substitution call or something. But all right, 2nd and 1. With 30 seconds left in the half, clock's running. McCrory gets the ball on a fullback sweep to the right side, gets a seam, gets up the field to about the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 for Summertown at the 50-yard line, and now they call a timeout with 24 seconds left in the half. They're going to try to put together a couple of plays right here. Again, he got a good seam. We weren't able to get our outside linebacker up to force the play on that and gets a good gain. Big thing now is going to be keeping him out of the end zone. We can give up a few yards, but we can't give up the big play, and we got to keep him out of the end zone. And if we can, keep him in bounds.
Yeah, and I mean that was exactly what Summertown just did, is what you were telling us to do. Get your playmaker, get him in a little space, see what happens. They were just able to get him on that sideline and go pick up a first down and some. But yeah, let's just keep him out of the end zone before half and keep that lead going into half, get the ball in the 3rd quarter and go score. That's my game plan.
Again, we're calling our defense out, saying, help us out. You've been doing a great job for us all year long. Keep doing it. Keep us in the lead here because we're going to get the ball in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we can drive and extend this lead, but first we got to keep the lead.
Yeah, fine with bending here, just don't break.
Mount Pleasant's in a 4-deep defensive backfield. Got 4 defensive backs back at least 12 yards.
Okay.
And
another
flag offsides defense.
I didn't see it, Coach. I'm sure it. I mean,
Lined up the way. Okay, the setup
over the
way.
ball?
Yeah, he was lined up in the neutral zone. The way that play was called. Again, we just got to know where we are. That's just a matter of concentration. I'm sure Coach Hartsfield's about to have a stroke over that.
He said he's going to wear him out over. He wore him out all week on it.
Okay, rolls back here to the left, sets up, throws it deep, and he's got somebody behind us, and he gets a touchdown pass, a busted coverage by the Mount Pleasant defense. The one thing we could not do is let him behind us, and that's exactly what they did. But there is a flag.
Oh, they're waving him
Mount
back.
Pleasant is evidently living right.
Oh, my
A
goodness.
huge break for the Mount Pleasant defense right there.
Oh. What?
Did you get the play here?
I sure did. I mean, it doesn't look like it'll stand, but let's take a look at it because it was beautiful on Summertown's part.
Just a straight go route. The corner drops off.
And Coach, I've never seen this. The PA announcer called the call ridiculous, and the white hat threw a flag on the PA announcer.
That's the second time I've heard about that in 2 years.
I have never.
Last year we had there was a PA announcer that got kicked out of the game.
Yeah, I mean, if the penalties are anything, I mean, we've had our fair
That's an
share.
amazing.
I mean,
yeah, that's the PA announcer makes a comment over the PA system,
and the Mount Pleasant fans are.
they're letting him know about it
yeah,
too.
but you got to know your role as the PA announcer.
Yeah.
It's not to critique the refs.
Well, you also got to understand, we're on. The refs aren't hearing what we're saying, and so our criticism doesn't get out to them.
Yeah.
You're over the PA system, the whole situation gets heard. So now it's 24 seconds.
Yeah, different job altogether.
Yeah. You got first and wow. First in Marshall County, I think.
Back to the farm for me.
Straight drop back. They fake the handoff to the and the quarterback tries to keep it up the middle, kind of a draw play. And I think what Summertown's going to do is we're going to lick our wounds right here, let the clock run out, go back and try to regroup.
What a weird game so far.
And no, somebody calls a timeout. I believe Summertown may have called a timeout right there to try to get one more play.
I think
he's thinking he's got behind us twice. I mean, badly behind it. We're talking yards behind our defense twice. So he's probably thinking we might be able to pull this off again. I'm sure Coach Hartfield's talking to that defensive backfield saying, do not come up on a pass in front of you. Wait till the ball's thrown in front of you, then come up and make the tackle. Do not let a receiver get behind you.
I couldn't say it any better myself, Coach. I mean, that's what you have to that's what he's coaching them on the sidelines right now. I see him.
Yeah, he's got all four defensive backs right there, and he is just pointing at every one of them in their faces. And he's adamant about this. They've got to be disciplined about this and not let them behind them. And then again, we can give up now at this point 70 yards as long as they don't let them in the end zone.
No, and they've had – I mean, I just can't believe that they had one wide-open receiver through the breadbasket. Then they connected with them, came back on a penalty. It's just been
again,
wacky.
we have our defense sometimes you're living right.
Yeah, they did something that they rolled out of bed the right way this morning.
Or something. But as they've been doing all year long, the defense has – taking control of this game so far.
Oh, yeah.
Offense has done their job. Had one drive for about 50 yards and put the score in to take the lead, and then defense has been able to shut down the Summertown offense for the most part. Who's got a guard against the big play.
Yeah,
we can't let them have the big play here.
Don't get beat. Okay, 10 seconds.
Okay, 10 seconds here left in the half. Mount Pleasant up 7-0. Ball on the 30-yard line for Summertown. Summertown's got 4 wideouts. Straight drop back. They throw a slant up inside. And Mount Pleasant is content to let him catch it and then circle him for a tackle right there.
And that's half.
And that's going to run the clock out for the half. And at the end of the first half, it is Mount Pleasant 7, Summertown 0. We'll be right back after these messages. You're listening to the Front Porch Sports Network.
We thrive here at Merchandise Marketplace to give our customers the best experience, quality, and price. Anything from auto supply, tools and garden, to furniture, home decor, and self-care. Don't miss our daily deals Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Our doors open at 10 a.m. and close at 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Friday and Saturday, and Sunday at 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Your finds await at 1412 Trotwood Avenue, Columbia, Tennessee, Suite 20.
Are you tired of living with neuropathy? If you're living with pain and numbness in your feet, then you understand that most treatments only target the symptoms of your neuropathy. At the Dr. Gill Center, our customized therapies target the underlying causes of neuropathy, promoting healing and helping to restore function. Are you ready to say goodbye to pain and limitations of neuropathy and hello to a brighter, pain-free future? Call 615-794-0800 and ask about our $49 special. Take the first step. Start living pain-free with Dr. Gill Center. Call me painfree.com.
This is Hal Landers, owner of Landers Insurance Agency. We are an independent agency representing the famous Erie Insurance Group. Landers Insurance Agency has been committed to providing great rates and great service since 2002. Whether it's home and auto or business or life insurance, we've got you covered. 24/7 in-house claim service, we've got that too. Visit Landers Insurance at 514 North Garden Street, Columbia. Call us at 931-380-2003. Our website is landersinsuranceagency.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
I'm Justin George.
I'm Corey Muehlbauer.
Together, we are Columbia Motor Company.
Columbia Motor Company offers quality pre-owned vehicles at an affordable price, along with many financing options to keep you in your budget.
We are veteran and locally owned. We are located just off of Carmack Boulevard in downtown Columbia. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram or visit our website at columbiamotorcompany.com.
If you want a different and enjoyable car buying experience, please give us the opportunity here at Columbia Motor Company.
Welcome back to Summertown, Tennessee for the Region 5 matchup between the Mount Pleasant Tigers and the Summertown Eagles, two undefeated teams during this season, and they are playing a very physical game, but Mount Pleasant is able right now to be in control through their defense. We just got a report on Nazir, and evidently it's an apparent, we're going to say an apparent broken arm, which will be the second one this season for our team. So he's being carried off to the hospital to get that taken care of. He is, he's going to be okay down the road, but again, frustrating for him and frustrating for our team to lose another starter like that.
Yeah, it's hard for, you got to take yourself out of the football game for a minute. He's just a high school sophomore, and that's hard for anybody. Nazir loves football. He's been this is his second year in the program, and it's terrible injury to see and hear him in pain, and we hope he's feeling better, and they're out there playing, with him in mind, and we hope to see him soon.
But also in the long run, broken arm is something you can recover from.
Yeah.
It's going to take a little bit of time. You can recover from, come back, and he'll still have two full years to be a player for the Mount Pleasant Tigers.
Absolutely.
Again, a spirited and physical first half. The Mount Pleasant Tigers took the lead after a couple of exchanges, took the ball on the 50-yard line, drove the ball 50 yards with the virtue of 2 huge fourth down conversions, had a 4th and 5 at about the 35-yard line in that no man's land situation, 35, 40-yard line. And they pull off the fake punt with a little seam up the middle to Jaden McClure and get the first down to extend the drive. And then they get a little bit further down and get stalled out just a little bit and go for it on 4th and 5. And Easterling was able to connect with McClure again, I believe.
I think one was Nazir.
Or Nazir.
Yeah, one was Nazir.
Nazir for the first down, and then they were able to push it in from there. Summertown did have a drive to answer a little bit later, got down all the way down into the 4-yard line, and apparently had a play that crossed the plane, but he fumbled. The quarterback on a keeper fumbled at right before he crossed into the end zone, fumbled into the end zone, and Mount Pleasant defense was able to fall on it right there to stop the drive and get the ball out to the 20-yard line, where the offense did a pretty good job of driving it out to about the Summertown 30, and then the wheels fell off. Again, we ended up shooting ourselves in the foot with penalties. We had a play. We had them down. We were down to about their 10-yard line on a big pass play to Jakari McClure on a wheel route up the sideline. And, again, a holding call, then another pre-snap penalty, and then a sack, or again, a small play, and we ended up at like 3rd and 25 again.
Yeah, we were behind the sticks again.
Way behind the sticks. And that's something we're going to have to clean up as a team down the road if we're going to be able to make a run deep into the playoffs. We've got to clean these penalties up.
Because we've had our fair share tonight. It's not all Summertown's penalties here. I mean, we've had our fair share of knucklehead plays.
And Summertown, to their credit, has been able to get behind our defensive backfield twice. I mean, way behind. We're talking at least 10 to 15 yards clear. Busted coverages, obviously, with that kind of open. And first time they dropped the pass. The second time they completed the pass, and they had a holding call.
Yeah.
And then then the Summertown sideline kind of lost composure there. The report we got was that the PA announcer made a comment about the holding call against Summertown, and it was heard all over the field, so the referees could not ignore it. And they called an unsportsmanlike conduct on the. It's technically a bench call, and here's the scary part for Summertown.
Yeah.
A call against the bench is recorded against the head coach. Oh. If he gets 2 unsportsmanlike conduct calls, he is ejected.
Yeah, he's gone.
And so they don't want the head coach being kicked out of this game.
No, and I guess a good rule of thumb as a PA announcer is do no harm.
Yes.
do no harm to the team. And you said you've seen it previous. I've never seen it, so that was new for me.
Last year in Murray County, I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Good to know.
In Murray County, there was a PA announcer that did something very similar.
Okay.
He was ejected.
Oh, wow. Well,
and they shut down the PA system for the rest of the game.
Oh, that's good stuff.
So, yes, it does happen in places. As we tend to want to do a lot of times, you had a couple of interviews this week with Coach Hartsfield and with one of our seniors.
Yep, Connor
and
Scher.
we'd like to play that at this point. Coach, Seth? Coach?
Yeah,
You were a coach. I can call you coach.
You can call me,
Once a coach, always a coach.
There we go.
And let you introduce that.
Okay, so we're going to start with the interview. I talked to Coach Hartsfield a couple times throughout the week, and I recorded it today, and we just kind of talked about setting up this big matchup against both teams, undefeated, coming in here, what we have to do to win. So we'll go ahead and play that, and then we'll transition into the interview with Connor Scher, our starting defensive lineman, next. This is Seth Campbell with Front Porch Sports Network. I'm sitting here today with Coach Kit Hartsfield of your Mount Pleasant Tigers. Coach, you got Summertown. We're traveling down to Summertown tonight. 2 4-0 teams going at it. Tell me the keys to victory for Mount Pleasant this evening.
Yeah, we are on the road at Summertown. They're hot right now. Got several good wins, a big win last week over Loretto, with a lot on the line. So, it's going to be a hard-fought game. Both teams really want to control the line of scrimmage, so there'll be some battles up front. The rushing attack for both teams will probably determine the game, along with turnovers for either side, and playing mistake-free football, not helping the other team. And that's what we're trying to do is limit our mistakes and the penalties. We've kind of shot ourselves in the foot, several times, and taking care of the ball and winning the line of scrimmage on both sides.
Good deal. What's the key to stopping the Summertown rushing attack?
Well, they run a really good option offense under center, a lot like the academies do in college, like Navy and Georgia Tech used to do. So you got a smooth operator at quarterback. He runs the offense really well. You got to be physical first of all, and you got to take the big fullback away, and the other back is really good too. You got to be physical, but you also have to be in the right spot. You got to play assignment football, dive, quarterback pitch, all those things every play, or they'll end up making you pay.
Good deal, Coach. Go get the win tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And he was kind of prophetic there.
That's what I was thinking, several hours ago, I didn't, recall word for word what he said, but Coach Hartsfield knows his stuff, and he was right on with that turnover for Summertown down there for the touchback, and that was a backbreaker for them. And committing those penalties, it'll cost you a game, and that's what we see right now. There's still another half to play, so let's see if they can still commit to stopping that run and maybe stopping some of those big plays Summertown has had the opportunity at.
We have been able to control the line of scrimmage for the most part, and that's been the big key right there, is that they have not been able to get their option offense started, because we've done a pretty good job stopping the fullback on that dive so far. Now, again, that's one of those things. OU used to make a living running that option many years ago, and the academies still make a living running that option, and they just keep pounding it. Sooner or later, they're hoping to find a seam, and what you've got to do is play disciplined defense and don't let them have that seam. Now, what was a little bit different is, yes, the running games have set this up, but the passing game have been the plays that have broken or kept the drives alive or broken the backs of the situation, and that's what you would expect. You want to use the run to set up the pass. Coach Hartsfield's done a pretty good job of setting that up, being able to throw passes at key times to get big gains and to keep drives alive.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't agree any more with that. The passing game has played a key role in tonight's 7-0 Mount Pleasant lead at halftime, and we'll see if it continues on that way or what.
You had another interview this week.
Speaking of a lot of what we're talking about, was if you want to stop this Summertown rushing attack, a lot of it's going to depend on our senior defensive lineman, Connor Scher, and he shares some of his wisdom. I'll put quotes around wisdom. I love Connor, but I'll put quotes around wisdom, and let's listen to what Connor had to say. This is Seth Campbell with the Front Porch Sports Network. I'm sitting here today with starting defensive lineman for your Mount Pleasant Tigers, Connor Scher. Connor, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing well. It's good to have you here. 4-year player from Mount Pleasant. You have a really good story in the history of Mount Pleasant Tiger football, because not only did you play, but your brother also played, and your father also played, and your uncle also played. So this program means a lot to you and your family. With that in mind, being here for 4 years, just give me a favorite memory you have throughout your time as a Mount Pleasant Tiger.
Yeah, excuse me. But, everybody says Mount Pleasant really ain't good, this, and this. But we've showed progress throughout the years. People's always telling me, you want to get out, go places, you don't need to go to Mount Pleasant. But we came out here, we're trying to prove them wrong. But I remember probably my favorite and worst memory is when I first came over here for lifts and working out and everything with Coach Johnson at Hartsfield. We had to go outside, and we had a not bear crawl, scalded dog from behind the goal line to like 50 yards.
What's a scalded dog for the people who don't know?
A scalded dog is a one-legged bear crawl. You got one leg up behind you, and you're hopping on that whichever foot you choose, and you're just going.
Yeah, that's not easy. That's definitely not easy. So, Connor, we got a big test coming up this Friday night against an undefeated Summertown team. Summertown's 4-0 entering into the contest, and Mount Pleasant is 4-0 entering into the contest, and 2-0 already in district play. So with an undefeated Summertown team, on the docket for Friday, how are we going to go in there and get the win? Tell me what you need to do, what the defense needs to do to stop a potent Summertown offense.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. Watching their film and how they do it, they like running up the middle a lot. And usually the middle of the football field is my home turf. I stay right there in the front. But we need to come out there straight off the ball, hitting them every time. We don't need to let up. We need to knock them down, get them tired. And then Coach Johnson had us conditioned, so we shouldn't get tired, but it's going to be a hard-fought football game.
Yeah, it's they're going to bring it to you, and it's going to see who wants to keep hitting in the fourth quarter. And I think that will determine who's going to win this game. So, good luck out there against a tough Summertown team. Our offense is going to have to put up some points as well, of course. So, kind of moving on, you're a senior. You played for us for 4 years here at Mount Pleasant. You're going to graduate in May, and then the whole world opens up for you. You can go in any which direction. Tell us some of your plans for post-graduation.
My plan is to go off to college, play football for as long as I possibly could, either any direction that way. And then whenever I'm done with football, physically and mentally, come back here to Mount Pleasant and coach and be part of the community.
That's awesome. You have a good head on your shoulders. You know what's going on, and you're going to do great things. For tonight, for Friday night, go get the win against Summertown, and let's keep this season, this undefeated streak going.
All righty. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
And again, Connor Scher, one of our senior leaders on that defense. We kind of nicknamed Big Connor Scher. He is certainly big, tipping the scales at just a little over 400 pounds. You would think somebody that big would have a hard time moving. He can move quite quickly for a man that size. Now, he's not going to win any sprints real soon, but he does get up and down that line of scrimmage in a quick fashion. Trying to look across the scoreboard here, and here in here in Summertown, the reception on our phones is a little rough, so having a hard time getting some scores from around this area. We have a score in the third quarter. Lawrence County and Columbia are tied 7-7.
Ooh.
And then let's see, Loretto is up on Lewis County at halftime, 27-12. Marshall County over White House, 21-7 in the second quarter. Lawson is ahead of Spring Hill, 13-6 at halftime. Lincoln County 28, Tullahoma 21. Wayne County is leading McEwen at halftime, 22-7. A little bit of a surprise there. Wayne County at 1-3, McEwen at 2-2. So those are some of the scores. Our score here at halftime is 7-0. Mount Pleasant on top of Summertown, again in a very physical, hard-fought game. You expect more of that in the second half, Seth, and we're. Again, the teams are starting to come out for their warm-ups. Got about 2 minutes left, and they're going to have a 3-minute warm-up period. So let's take a little bit of a timeout right here and hear from some of our sponsors, and we'll be right back in time for the kickoff of the second half. You're listening to the Front Porch Sports Network.
Mezcal Cochina Mexicana. Delicious food and amazing service at an affordable price. Mezcal Cochina Mexicana. Located off of Nashville Highway in Neapolis, near Spring Hill High School. 2504 Care Lane. Authentic Mexican cuisine. Full menu. Family dine-in. Takeout. Delivery. Offering the best cocktails in the area. On the rocks or frozen, pair your meal with our famous margarita. Don't forget, Mezcal Cochina Mexicana for your next meal. Check us out on Facebook. Visit Mezcal Cochina Mexicana today. Proud supporters of the Front Porch Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Chris Chumley, owner of Expert Landscaping, LLC. Located in beautiful Columbia, Tennessee, Expert Landscaping specializes in consulting and design for all your outdoor needs, as well as installations for landscaping, pools, patios, outdoor kitchens, fireplaces, irrigation, and lighting. Call us today at 931-374-1772. Expert Landscaping, where quality work is an investment in the future.
Hello, I'm Rick Whitley.
And I'm Daniel Pollard from Jones & Lang Sporting Goods. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the many years of support. Since 1966, Jones & Lang has been locally owned and operated and supplying teams from T-ball to college. Stop by and see what we can do for you. We offer a wide variety of services from silk screening and embroidery to our custom trophy and awards department.
We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Remember, Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
Do you wanna be a bad man? Yes, you do. Do you wanna taste sweet salvation underneath the summer moon? Do you need another hand now? Yes, you do. Go see Miss Josie down on Columbus Avenue. All right, Columbus Avenue.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
And I'm Michael Parks Lawrence at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
Together, we're Mr. Bobby Parks' grandsons, and we run his dealership, and we are glad to be part of our local community.
Being family owned and operated, we invest heavily in our community.
We do things like sports teams, schools, bands, you name it. We try to help everybody we can.
The reason why we do this is because we all love this community.
So come do business with us, your neighbors, at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee, right off Nashville Highway, or at parksmotorsales.com.
He shoots, and he scores!
Back. And we're back here at the getting ready to start the second half here in Summertown. Mount Pleasant is up 7-0. We'll be receiving the second half kickoff. It looks like we're going to be going from our left to right. If you're listening to us, if you're watching us, obviously, you're going to be able to see that. It's going to be important that we establish ourselves here. Even if we don't score, we need to drive the ball down the field. Yeah. We got to watch here for an onside, a trick onside play. Coach has got, actually, and coach is anticipating that. He's got 10 men within 10 yards of the kick zone. He's only got one man deep. Now that's a little bit of a dangerous spot too, because they kick it into the corners. It's going to be hard for one guy to get there in time to get that coverage. So you're kind of rolling the dice here.
Yeah, let's see if we can capitalize on it. Maybe we'll get our return man back there. I can't see the number. Get him in some space, make a play.
Well, Easterling is back deep. Jakari McClure, who's usually back there with him, is up close. They got what's called the hands team up there. A lot of their skills players that are used to handling the ball up towards the front here. There's usually a 20-minute halftime, and then there's a 3-minute warm-up period. They're kind of slow starting the clock, so they're having to run that 3 minutes off. Both teams are ready to go, kind of antsy to go, as we are. The clock's running down here, 2-1, and so now they'll reset the clock, and we'll get ready here to go in the second half. Again, offense needs to establish itself. We need to have a drive, need to push in deep, possibly, preferably score, but at least put them deep in their back in their into into the field so they can't get their offense moving.
Yeah, I'd be much more comfortable with this score being a 2-possession game the way it's gone with these
Okay,
defenses.
and they fake. They fake the bunched up onside and widen out. Mount Pleasant widens out their kick return team. Evidently, our coaches had seen that on film. We're prepared for it.
You can tell, yeah.
And he kicks it over to the side, and we're going to almost, man, Summertown almost got there. It was one of those little pooch kicks where they were trying to get their fast receiver down there. We needed to catch that in the air. Summertown almost got there to make that play.
I think that kicker has a little bit of a skill set. That was a good kick to do what they wanted to do there.
That was all planned right there, and they almost pulled it off. Again, almost being the key right there.
Let's get some rhythm, avoid penalties, and move the ball. That's the recipe here.
Going to be the big key is avoiding penalties.
Yeah. Let's avoid those penalties.
So far, when we've been able to stay penalty-free, we've been able to move the ball. So 1st and 10 at the Mount Pleasant 35-yard line. 2 running backs in the backfield. Shift.
Brady going in motion.
Shift to the right. Quarterback sweep to the right. Finds a seam right off the tackle right there, right behind Braxton Brady right there after he shifted over.
He's a little slow getting up,
and
Coach.
He's a little slow. Easterling a little slow getting up on that. May have, hopefully it's just the wind knocked out of him. Took a hard hit.
Not ideal.
Right in the ribs. Had a good play right there. Had a quarterback sweep, saw a seam, got up right up inside the gap. Did you able to get that?
I did not.
Okay.
Good little healthy pickup there on 1st down, and he's just quick as all get out when he hits that hole. JP goes, and it looks like we'll have to have John Michael. John Michael threw his helmet back on. He's ready. He's been fighting through some cramps throughout this warm evening, and
I don't know that it was a cramp as much as possibly a twisted ankle or something like that. And he was just tweaked his ankle. Don't really know what happened to Easterling right there, other than he took a pretty hard shot in the ribs when he tried to dodge a tackle.
Yeah, it was a good pop there for I think it was a 1st down gain.
We're kind of hoping against hope. It just knocked the air out of him for a little bit.
Yeah, he's not the biggest guy you'll see, but he's up, he's walking it off. Sophomore
kind of
here at Mount
shrugged
Pleasant.
his shoulders a little bit and kind of like, that was a pretty good lick. Yeah. Got a 1st down on the play, though. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Mount Pleasant 47-yard line. And John Michael Wright comes back into quarterback in our slot wing formation. Motion, handoff to number 22, trying to find a seam over the right side. That's Carter Dunn trying to find a seam on a jet sweep or just basically a motion sweep off the right side. Doesn't find much. Gets about 2 yards on the carry right there. It's going to be 2nd and 8 at the 49-yard line.
We don't see much of Carter going both ways. I mean, he's a great player, and he's just been a defensive stud for us, so it's interesting to see him taking a carry.
Well, I know Coach Hartsfield is trying as much as he can to play 2 platoon balls where he can keep his guys fresh, but with the injuries, it's getting harder and harder to do. Motion to the left, straight drop back. Has plenty of time, throws it downfield, and it is picked off. Throws it behind the receiver. He was intended for Carter Dunn right there, and he threw it behind him in the defense. And Summertown defensive back, I did not catch the number right there.
I did not. I was seeing the frustration on Carter coming off of the field. He was upset, visibly upset with
he had a step on him, and the throw was behind him. And that's a deadly situation throwing across down the field. So Summertown gets the big turnover in the first series here with 10:57. They have 1st and 10 at their own 25. Again, we call on our defense on the sudden change, see if we can't change the momentum. Motion to the right. Fullback.
Good tackle.
To the fullback dive to the right. And another Mount Pleasant player, looks like Connor Scherer, having a tough time getting up. Looks like he's holding that ankle. He's had trouble with that ankle before. And looks like he may have rolled that ankle again. So with an injury timeout here with 10 minutes and 48 seconds left in the third quarter, we're going to take a break here for an injury timeout. We'll be right back. It's Mount Pleasant 7, Summertown 0. You're listening to the Front Porch Sports Network.
Farmer Johnny here, Taylor Family Farm. I want to give y'all a little look-see. We raise 100% non-GMO, grass-fed beef, pasture chicken, and pork on our family farm. Everything that we grow is raised with love and care to ensure the highest quality and nutrition for our family and customers. You can shop online at TaylorFamilyFarmTN.com or visit our farm store in person at Etheridge, Tennessee at 301 Dave Reisner Road. That's TaylorFamilyFarmTN.com for more information.
This is Tripp Stoltz, owner and manager at Columbia Ace Hardware. We have changed our store hours to better serve our community. Columbia Ace Hardware is now open from 7 to 7 Monday through Friday, from 8 to 4 on Saturday, and closed on Sunday. Come see us at 112 East James Campbell Boulevard and let us show you customer service that can only be found at Columbia Ace Hardware.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
And welcome back here. We are here in the third quarter. Connor Scherer was the Mount Pleasant Tigers shaking up right there. Looks like, again, kind of limping on that ankle. Hopefully they can get him over here to the sideline, get him taped up and get him back out there because he is a huge anchor for us on that front. 2nd and 8 for Summertown at their own 27-yard line. You see if our defense here can rise up and overcome the turnover. And a fullback dive right up the middle. Met at the line of scrimmage there. Believe it's Evan Plunkett.
Evan's
for a short gain. And again, Evan leading the way on defense from that middle linebacker spot, doing a great job for us. Into a 3rd and 5 at the 30-yard line for Summertown. Almost every third down play in this game ends up being a big play.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely been a consistent little pattern here tonight.
Short motion, and they counter play, and we read it really well and just not good a job. He gets through the defense, and it's a foot race for the end zone, and they're not going to catch him.
Gosh darn it.
A counter play.
I got it.
Had a counter play there, and we just missed some tackles. We had him stopped in the backfield, ducked our head, and we just missed him.
Let's take a look at it.
He weaves his way through the defense. Again, one of those plays that takes a long time. We didn't get to see the beginning of the play. And he just outruns the defense. The one thing that we could not let happen is let Summertown have the big play to get back in this game. So with 9:42, it is Summertown 6, Mount Pleasant 7, waiting on the extra point here. We knew it was going to be a hard-fought game.
Yeah, and you wanted to go up 2 scores to start the second half. You didn't do it. You threw a bad pick, and then we had that well covered. We just let him kind of snake through.
Yeah. Really kind of poor tackling, and almost got through there. And the kick is good. So with 9:42 left in the third quarter, is Mount Pleasant 7, Summertown 7. We'll be right back after these messages. You're listening to the Front Porch Sports Network.
Is your insurance up to date in today's world? Foster Insurance Agency is an insurance agency you can depend on for your commercial and personal insurance needs. Foster tailors insurance coverage to meet your unique requirements stemming from years of experience and represents several top-rated companies such as Erie Insurance. Call Mike Ford or Jimmy Ford today at 931-388-8365 or stop by their convenient Columbia location at 204 West 4th Street. Foster Insurance, serving Middle Tennessee since 1952.
I'm Jimmy.
We're back here in the third quarter. Summertown just got a huge play, about a 70-yard run on a counter play off of a fullback dive. Again, we had the play diagnosed, and we just missed the tackles. And then he got up a seam back up through the middle and poor tackling. Now, what we got to watch here is that kick along the sideline again. They faked that onside kick, then we spread back out. Now we've got to make sure we get along that sideline because I would anticipate they're going to try that little pooch kick again.
Hartsfield's coaching them. He's telling them.
And they kick it over, and number 22.
Good play.
Catches it, gets up the field, and he finds a seam up the sideline and gets a little bit of a break right there. Does a good job getting up the field. That it was Carter Dunn receiving that kick and doing a good job just snaking his way up the sideline for a decent return. So Mount Pleasant ends up with good field position at their own 40-yard line.
They're giving us routinely good field position. We just have to capitalize on it.
Yeah, we're going to have to take care of ourselves, take care of the ball. Looks like, and it looks like Easterling's back out there at quarterback, so he was able to recover from this hit. Yeah, Easterling's at quarterback right now, so I would expect a big dose of Dunn at fullback. Or Evan Plunkett, excuse me, not Dunn, Plunkett at fullback, and Easterling off his hip. Fake it to Plunkett, pitch it back to McClure, and he gets a set. Gets a good lick, but he doesn't go down easily.
They're playing hard. You can just tell. I mean, they're hitting
It's
each
hit
other.
both sides. Quint Smith leading the charge there for the Summertown Eagles. Fake the dive to Plunkett. The option down, they went to Jaden McClure that time. Got Jakari out wide now. Easterling under center. 2nd and 8.
Oh.
And went to the right. Looked like a mix-up between him and Plunkett. Easterling knew where the blocking was, so he ducked up in there, tried to get what he could off of that, had a mix-up between him and Plunkett. So now we end up 3rd and about 5.
Yeah, he got a few out of it.
Got a little bit out of it, not what we were hoping.
Yeah, he's got that wiggle to him. He's just put his nose up in there and fell for 3 yards.
Yeah. 3rd and 5 at the 46-yard line of Mount Pleasant.
And this is a big 3rd down. We need to convert.
We need a conversion here. We need to eat up the clock, move down the field position, shift to the left.
Good block.
Oh, he stumbled. He had the seam. He had and a blocker's out in front. But he just kind of caught his toe. The turf monster got him.
Well, if you look at
you would think that would happen at home, but on our artificial turf. But
this field looks like a turf monster.
Yeah. Not the best grass in the world, but it's out there. So 4th and 6 at our 44-yard line. We're going to go ahead and kick this away.
Let's pin him deep.
Good snap. Kick, low line drive away from the receiver. Takes a big hop, comes off the receiver, and he makes a bounce, and then he escaped the first tackler, and he's outside contained. And now he's got a seam up the sideline with escort, but there's a flag way back at about the 20-yard line. And there was a cheap shot, literally a cheap shot, way back behind the line by the Summertown blocker. It's called an illegal crackback block for a reason. They're trying to take that out of the game. He came back, and as a blocker, you are not allowed to come back against the flow and hit without leading with your hands. He led with his shoulders.
And we got a tiger
right
down.
up under.
Yeah, we got a tiger down.
Got a tiger down, and again a big lick right there, and he's kind of shaking it off. So with the injury timeout, we're going to go ahead and go listen to some of our sponsors. We'll be right back after this. We'll get a little bit more of a report. It's Mount Pleasant 7, Summertown 7. You listen to the Front Porch Sports Network.
Some people are just obsessed with their lawns.
And that.
They'd cut their grass with a pair of scissors if they could. Thanks to Gravely, they don't have to. You see, Gravely makes not only the best built and most comfortable lawnmowers, they also leave your house looking like a doggone country club. So whether you're a commercial landscaper wanting the best or just a perfectionist homeowner, you can't do better than a Gravely.
See our full line of Gravely products at Murray County Equipment, 1075 North James Campbell Boulevard in Columbia, Tennessee, or check us out on Facebook.
We're back. That was not Alderson. That was A.J. Sieber, a freshman on the punt coverage team right there. That it was an illegal crackback block, and the referees caught it, flagged it. So that big return, and really it was kind of not a very smart play on Summertown's part. He was way behind the play. It was not a necessary block.
And what Dakota Alderson was doing back there was pointing, jumping up and down,
Yeah.
and pointing at the flag.
Yeah, they don't need to be doing that. Let the referees do the flagging.
Yeah, that's how I knew there was a flag, because I saw Dakota hopping up and down.
Okay, so now we have 1st and 10 at the Summertown 28. Hopefully our defense can keep them pinned down here. We cannot give them that big play again. We've got to keep our defense across the front. Got 2 receivers out here to the left, and we haven't quite seen them. Whoa, we got away with one right there. They had a second receiver out here. We did not have anybody ease out to cover him or get back in the slot to cover him. Had a fullback dive right up there. Fortunately, they didn't see it. Ends up being 2nd and 6 now. At the Summertown 33-yard line.
The pace of this game has slowed to a very slow, methodical.
You'd think with very, very few passes, the clock has been moving. There's 6 minutes and 51 seconds left in the third quarter. But both defenses have just kind of shut each other down. Fullback dive right there. Got a hold of his shoulder right there and stopped him for a very, very short gain right there. It's a good play by our defensive right side. Again, I think it was Braxton Brady got a hold of his shoulders. And there's big Connor Scherer back into the middle of the defense, so it's good to see him back up. Got that ankle taped up pretty heavily.
He's pretty ginger walking off.
Yeah.
I'm surprised, but I'm happy. But I'm surprised.
But he's a tough young man, but he's also a load to move. It takes up blockers.
And third
he
and
takes
two.
up blockers.
He's made for this.
3rd and 2. And
back him up.
Movement on the Summertown team right there. Kind of nice to see that happening to another team this time.
I saw they went right after Connor a little early.
Oh, they're going to test Connor out. They're going to see if he's able to move. Okay, now instead of 3rd and 2, it's 3rd and 7. So we need to be a little bit more wide open on our defense. Pay attention to things. Look for some kind of counter play, some kind of flood pass. Again, this is where a pass has come into play, and we need. Again, they have a slot out here, motion out here, sweep to the motion man, and we meet him close to the line of scrimmage, at least for a short gain. Oh, it's a bigger gain than I thought. It's going to be close.
4th and 1?
4th and 1. Summertown's lining up quickly again. They're going to try to get us to jump here. I'm almost sure of it. We got to watch the ball. And no, they went and tried to get the sneak. Tried to do their version of what's called the tush push. They may have got it right there if their quarterback.
He got a good literal push there at the end.
Yeah. Which the rules have changed since I played this game. You used to not be able to push somebody from behind like that.
Yeah. They've changed it in the NFL a little where you can push them, but you can only be within so many yards of them at the snap of the ball.
Yeah.
And I don't follow.
Yeah. But it gives them a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Got twins out to the right. Wing left. Fullback dive to the right. And not much there. Short gain. And I'll give you 2 guesses who made the tackle right there. 29, Evan Plunkett.
Number 11 on Knox Brooks came to help kind of clean it up a little bit, but Evan's everywhere. He's a heat-seeking missile.
And also give you a quick guess who carried the ball for Summertown.
Oh, I'm guessing it's Mr. Smith. Yeah. He's going to be sore in the morning.
Yeah, both these teams are going to be feeling it tomorrow.
What we got? 2nd and 6.
Got 2nd and 6. Quick motion, and they fake a fullback dive and a counter to the off back.
We got him.
Again, met at the line of scrimmage. This time, Dakota Alderson leading the charge. Did a good job staying home when the fullback went away. He looked for that counter play coming back and was right there. It's 3rd and 3 at the 46-yard line. Again, clock's moving, 3 minutes and 50 seconds here in the 3rd quarter. Scores tied 7-7. Basically, it's going to come down to who gets the last break here.
Yeah, we need to get off the field. We need a big stop, back them up.
Fullback dive, and he gets a big push right there. That time it was number 6, Caden McCroy for Summertown. Got a huge push right there to get the first down. And Summertown keeps the drive alive right there. This is kind of what Summertown wants to do. Drive, maybe break the big play after about 5-6 plays. We've got to stop. We've got to get them in 3rd and long instead of 3rd and short.
Yeah. This is that methodical drive I was expecting.
Counter sweep and a great play right there. Our corner, number 22, Carter Dunn. Seeing that play, it was a counter sweep out there to number 26 for Summertown, Colton Pugh.
You know, Carter was a little achy this week, too. He was feeling the remnants of what happened last Friday night, and he told me a couple times, he said, I'll be all right. I'll be there for Friday night. But I could tell he was sore. So
well, this time of year, every football player's sore.
Yeah. He's showing up, 2-yard loss.
That's the nature of the game anymore. 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and the clock's running. 2nd and 12. Great play right there by the defense. A 2-yard loss at the Summertown 48-yard line. Another sweep, and it's going to be a pass. This time we're behind him. We stayed with him, and yes, we did. I saw it this time. Our defensive back got fooled a little bit. Knox Brooks reached out and grabbed him as he went by him.
Let's take a look at it, Coach.
Unfortunately, I saw that play because I saw the man starting to line up or draw up to throw. I don't know if we're going to see the penalty here. Knox does a good job. Gets fooled again, and then he grabs him right there at the edge.
Yeah.
And it's defensive holding, which is only I believe it's only a 5-yard penalty. Fortunately, they didn't call interference. I don't think.
I was expecting interference too. So,
well, maybe they did call. Well, maybe they did call interference because now it's a big penalty. It's going to bring up. It's not enough for a first down yet, so it's 2nd and 2. But Knox kind of bit up on the sweep, thinking the sweep was coming. He came up. They ran by him. He realized it. Actually, probably saved a touchdown by doing that. Fullback dive.
Ooh. He might be slow getting up on that one. That looked. Oh.
Plunkett takes him high. I didn't see who came. Probably Dakota took him low. Good solid tackle. He still gets the first down, but he's a little ginger getting up right there because it took a hard shot to the knee. 1st and 10 at the Mount Pleasant 39. Unfortunately, this is exactly what Summertown wants to do.
Yeah, this
is just methodically push this down the field 4 or 5 yards at a time, and then take a shot here and there. Motion to the left, and again, Smith up the middle.
Impressive drive so far.
Just pushing it, again, about a 5-yard gain. And it's very difficult to stop if we don't stop that fullback. Faked a counter sweep right there, 2nd and 5. 1 minute, 20 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Summertown on a methodical gut punch drive that we have got to find a way to stop the momentum here if we can. Our defense has got to rise up. They've been able to do it so far this year. Find a way. Sweep to the left to number 6, McCroy. And he stopped for a loss on the play. Now it's going to be 3rd and 6 right at the Mount Pleasant 35-yard line. Good play right there by our outside linebacker on the left side. I believe it was Dakota Alderson, but I'm not absolutely sure on that.
Looked like they were a little sloppy with the mesh point. They couldn't determine what to do, but it was hard for me to decipher from here.
Okay, we really need to stop this momentum here, stop this drive. 30 seconds and counting here in the third quarter. 3rd and 6. And there's an illegal formation. If they go down pass, that's a fullback dive, and we stopped at the line of scrimmage. Again, Evan Plunkett doing a great job nosing that out, seeing that fullback counter, fullback trap. So now it's 4th down and 4 at the 34-yard line.
It looked like he had something there, and it closed all of a sudden.
That is the end of the third quarter. So at the end of 3, it is Mount Pleasant 7, Summertown 7. We'll be right back for the fourth quarter. You're listening to the Front Porch Sports Network.
We thrive here at Merchandise Marketplace to give our customers the best experience, quality, and price. Anything from auto supply, tools and garden, to furniture, home decor, and self-care. Don't miss our daily deals Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Our doors open at 10 a.m. and close at 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Friday and Saturday, and Sunday at 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Your finds await at 1412 Trotwood Avenue, Columbia, Tennessee, Suite 20.
We're back here in the fourth quarter now in a Region 5 matchup between two undefeated teams with a lot of pride, and it's showing on the field tonight. Scores tied 7-7 between Mount Pleasant and Summertown. Just what you expected from two undefeated teams, two teams that have a lot of pride in their defense, and two teams that are methodical with their offense. And it's been just a slobber knocker physical game.
And there's a certain tension here tonight that we haven't seen in these other matchups this year. I mean, just from my personal opinion, there's something in the air tonight.
All right, 4th and 4 at the Mount Pleasant 33. Summertown's trying to keep this drive going. McCrory at fullback. Ring motion, fullback dive. Pitch out to number 10, and he's got the edge. Good open field tackle out there by Carter Dunn.
We got a Tiger down. We got a Tiger down.
But he gets enough for the first down, and we have another Tiger down.
22.
22, so it wasn't Carter Dunn that made the tackle. He's the one that was down. Did not see the number of the player who made the tackle then. I thought I had Carter Dunn out there.
We had some good pursuit, but they blocked well on that edge there.
Yeah, they faked the faked the fullback dive down into the left. We came down on it knowing we had to stop that dive. Pitched it to the motion man coming back around, and he had the momentum, got outside. Just didn't have the contain that we needed. They did a good job blocking out on the edge. All right, we're going to take another injury timeout while they tend to Carter, and we'll be right back. It is Mount Pleasant 7, Summertown 7. You're listening to the Front Porch Sports Network.
Are you tired of living with neuropathy? If you're living with pain and numbness in your feet, then you understand that most treatments only target the symptoms of your neuropathy. At the Dr. Gill Center, our customized therapies target the underlying causes of neuropathy, promoting healing and helping to restore function. Are you ready to say goodbye to pain and limitations of neuropathy and hello to a brighter, pain-free future? Call 615-794-0800 and ask about our $49 special. Take the first step. Start living pain-free with Dr. Gill Center. Call me painfree.com.
Carter Dunn was able to get up and get off the field on his own power. I have a feeling, again, it was a backside, blindside block, but in the line of scrimmage, in and around the line of scrimmage, that's legal. It's just a lot of hard hitting going on here. So 1st and 10 at the Mount Pleasant 27, Summertown driving. 11 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game. Fake the fullback dive, and it's intercepted. Fake the fullback dive, intercepted. He's got some blockers out there, gets a turnaround, and a great job on defense right there. Who did we get on the interception?
The 24,
Number 28.
Got a whole lot of shaking going on with the camera.
And I don't have the 28 on my roster. I'll have to get my roster updated, but a great play. They tried to fake the dive and hit a little pop pass.
You saw it better than the camera saw it, I'll tell you that, because I was thoroughly lost on that play, Coach Mike.
I stood up, tried to hit a pop pass, and our safety just stepped up in front of the play and got the big turnover. Again, our defense rises to the occasion, gives our offense the ball back.
John Michael in.
John Michael handoff to Jakari McClure, gets stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Hit the hole, brother.
Comes in a little bit high that time. Probably needs to get down behind his shoulder pads a little bit more. It's a good way to get hurt.
Yeah.
Well, gain of 2 yards right there. Now it's going to be 2nd and 8. Believe it's on the 37-yard line of Mount Pleasant after the big turnover there.
Yeah, I don't understand why they take the ball off the ground. They were moving it, and then they took it off the ground.
Changing the play a little bit. John Michael signals. Rolls to the right, looks for the pass, looks for a backside post, has a man open, and it's Jakari McClure on a backside post to the 40-yard line. A great pass there by John Michael Wright.
Let's take a look.
Fakes, just does a little bit roll to the right, and got McClure coming back against the grain just a little bit, makes a great catch, and a huge play to move the ball into Summertown territory. Got the ball at the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. 10 minutes, 25 seconds and counting. Oh, and a pre-snap penalty again, a little mix-up on the snap count.
They seem to be going kind of quick, and maybe that.
Trying to,
yeah.
And I think it was Logan Pinkerton that kind of got going too quick on that. Not sure that was him.
Senior center for the Mount Pleasant Tigers.
No, then it wasn't Pinkerton.
I was going to say, when the center goes, it's usually.
I saw John Michael Wright right there in the huddle, kind of giving the calm down sign to the team. Calm down. 1st and 15.
You can feel the
shift
intensity.
To the right. Hand off to McClure to the right side. He finds a seam, pushes through, gets about 14 yards right there. A great run, good hole off the right side.
That's Plunkett, Coach. That's Plunkett.
Is that Plunkett?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I thought it was McClure coming through there. Let's take another, just a good seam up there. Weaves his way through, gets behind his pads, and he does get the first down. I said it was close to a first down. They give him the first down. 1st and 10 at the Summertown 28 with 9 minutes and 30 seconds. And now Mount Pleasant's on the move. Got a little bit of a mix-up, trying to get everybody set. Got trips to the right. Plunkett again. Up the middle, and then he veers off to the left. And again, makes a good gain out of that. 2nd and about a long 5 or 6 on the play here. Now Mount Pleasant has taken the momentum off of the turnover at about their own 30-yard line. So hopefully they're going to drive here 70 yards. Second and 6 at the 24.
Good leadership by John Michael, just getting everyone to calm down, setting them up right. Good leadership.
Shift it over to the right, get the power to the right. Again, Plunkett right up the seam behind that right side and gets a seam. Unfortunately, we got a flag at the line of scrimmage. And I don't know what is, evidently they're just not lining up right when they get. I'm not sure what's on that shift.
He was taking his time too, so I didn't see it.
Evidently is an illegal alignment. Usually that means there's not enough men in the backfield, or there's, too many men in the backfield.
2nd and 11.
Hartsfield's kind of letting the side judge know, asking him about what's going on here. What are you seeing so we can correct it. So 2nd and 11.
Big old cushion with our receiver out there.
And Jakari McClure gets the ball to the right side, turns upfield, and runs right into Quint Smith. Meets him at the line of scrimmage, maybe for a short gain. Now you're going to end up with 3rd and 9, and we're in that no man's land. We're too far out to kick a field goal. At least I think we're too far out to kick a field goal. I don't know.
I'd assume so.
I think we're just a little bit. If we get another 10, 15 yards, maybe we can take a good shot at it. But right now, we can't do that. 3rd and 9 at the 27-yard line. Easterling calling signals. Fakes the ball to Plunkett. Pitches back to Jakari McClure. Got an edge right there. Yeah. Lowers his shoulder and runs through the tackle. And pushes his way for a Mount Pleasant first down. A huge, huge play right there. Just determined running. Fake the play. Everybody sucks in on him. Gets the pitch outside. Gets the edge and just trucks the Summertown tackler to gain the extra yardage needed for the first down. A huge, huge first down right there.
That feels like a backbreaker for Summertown for me. I mean, that was
that could be
dominating
the play that seals the deal here, we hope. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line of Summertown.
They bid on that.
Fake the fullback dive. Easterling follows him up into the line of scrimmage on a quarterback belly play. A tough play to stop by anybody. And again, good yardage on first down. Now we're doing what we want to do. Drive down the field 5-6 yards at a time. 2nd and 5 at the 12-yard line of Summertown. We could use some more time off the clock here. Just keep plugging.
Don't do what Summertown did and deviate from the game plan here. And don't turn it over. That's what they did.
Easterling's not known for his passing.
They jumped, didn't they?
Tries to make something out of nothing right there. Had a quarterback sweep. They jumped into the line of scrimmage right there. I thought, again, I guess they were far back enough they didn't cross the line of scrimmage. Not much of a gain, so he gets 3rd and 4. Gained about a yard on that. So it's 3rd and 4.
Clock
and now we are close enough for a field goal if that situation occurs.
We'll all hold our breath.
Really would like a first down and keep this drive alive. 5 minutes, 45 seconds and counting. Easterling calling the signals. Got a full house backfield behind him. Fakes the dive inside, pitches outside to McClure on the side, gets the edge, and gets tackled. Breaks the block. We may have a horse collar tackle.
There's a bunch of flags.
A bunch of flags come in late. I hope that we didn't come in late there with a blocking, but I think we're going to have a horse collar tackle right there. They tried to grab him around the shoulder pads, and if that's the case, that is a huge break for the Mount Pleasant Tigers. Though there's a lot of talk going on. That late flag, I'm afraid, may go against us.
Summertown's got their hands out, like why me? But that's never
well.
a good indicator.
Were you able to hit the button in time on that?
No, sir.
Okay.
Those far end plays too. It's a long way away, but I should have.
And we're going to see now the call from the White Hat as he comes back to the middle of the field.
That's on us.
We have holding. And
we're backing up.
Not real sure. Okay, they're marking it back to the line of scrimmage, so they mark forward. The referee up here is marking the penalty forward.
He marked it back, and then he marked it forward, and now they're saying first. Unsportsmanlike against Summertown. So there's
okay, so there was a 5-yard penalty against Mount Pleasant and then an unsportsmanlike call against Summertown. So that moves the ball forward 15 yards or half the distance to the goal, which is going to be very, very, very close to a first down.
We look like we're on the 8-yard line.
Well, it is enough for the first down. So now it's going to be first and goal on about the 8-yard line.
Reading this field is like reading Mandarin too. It's difficult.
Again, it's kind of nice to see the penalty fortunes work our way this time instead of against us.
And we didn't have the critiques from the PA announcer either.
They may have taken care of that during halftime.
I haven't heard him since.
5 minutes, 25 seconds left here in the game. It's Mount Pleasant 7, Summertown 7.
And they're still conferring a little
and
bit.
I think there's still some confusion about how this play has been enforced.
We'll take the first.
The Summertown coach is wanting an explanation. I don't know what the 5-yard penalty was against Mount Pleasant, but there was an unsportsmanlike conduct call after the play against Summertown. So what they did was, at least the best we could tell, is they marked the ball back 5 yards for the penalty against Mount Pleasant, and then they marked the ball forward half the distance to the goal since they were inside the 30-yard line.
That makes sense.
And that was just enough to give Mount Pleasant first and goal at the 8-yard line. Summertown coach is not happy with the way that went.
Dan Winfrey. Dan Winfrey, head coach of Summertown.
Probably not, again, not happy with that call, not happy with the way it was enforced, but going to have to live with it at this point. 5 minutes, 18 seconds left. Mount Pleasant on the drive. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Hang on to the ball.
Fake the dive to Plunkett, and he ducks the ball, ducks right up under him. Comes in right behind him, used Plunkett for the lead blocker. He gets all the way down to about the 2-yard line. Second and goal at the 2. Mount Pleasant pushing forward right there. Had a good seam up the left side.
As the clock
behind
continues
Braxton,
to tick.
and the clock continues to move now. 4 minutes, 45 seconds and counting in the game.
JP in.
Full house backfield, fullback dive to Plunkett. Fakes it, gets outside, and he's trying to get in. Cannot quite get there. Gets tripped up.
Close.
Good play there again by, looked like Quint Smith made the play outside. And I know part of this is Coach Hartsfield does not want to risk a fumble on a handoff. Now it's third and goal. Looks like it's about the 2, either the 2 or the 3-yard line. Again, at the angles we're at, it's hard to tell on this field. We're definitely 4-down territory if he wants to. If the clock runs down far enough, he might want to try to kick it.
There's that tush push you were talking about.
And quarterback sneak, he finds a gap, and he's in. Touchdown, J.P. Easterling on a quarterback sneak. Saw a gap in the left side of the Mount Pleasant goal line defense and pushes it across for the touchdown with 3 minutes and 48 seconds left. But we have another Tiger down on the ground after that play.
He's up. Get up.
He's getting up on his own power right there.
Who we got?
Kind of sore, trying to catch a number. But he's up. Coaches are talking to him. Did you get that?
I did not.
Okay.
Hey, it was a good. I was locked into the camera work on that one, and I got
to talk to our engineer about that.
Yeah. File it with the union.
But a huge 70-yard drive to take the lead with 3 minutes and 48 seconds. Just a methodical drive down the field. Offense coming alive here in the fourth quarter again, like they did last week against Harpeth, after the defense gets a huge turnover again, momentum shift. The defense gets the ball back in the hands of the offense. They drive the ball down the field methodically. This time they punch it in instead of just running the clock off. And okay, we thought he was getting ready to come off the field. Looks like it's going. Well, now he's starting to come off.
It's Plunkett. I think.
No, I don't think that's
79.
I think that's 79, which is Caden Wiseman.
Okay.
No, 20. I'm sorry.
73.
Maybe 73. Yeah, that's 73. That's Colson Anderson. Colton Anderson.
We love Cole, sophomore there at Mount Pleasant. He's so sweaty, I can't read the numbers.
Yeah,
but
he's kind of got it folded up under his shoulder pads right there, but a good job leading line. I think just the pile. I think the pile kind of landed on him and took his air away from him a little bit.
He's played a lot of snaps this year. A lot of snaps for Cole.
So with the injury timeout ending, we have the extra point, an all-important extra point right here. Braden Case comes out. Huge, huge extra point right here. It's amazing how much 1 point is going to make a difference here on something. But
well, they seem to have pretty good special teams, and they're so. I mean, we need to kick this through the uprights.
He gets zeroed in. Gets set up. Snap, kick, and
give it to him. Oh,
no, he missed it, pulled it to the left. And I hope that doesn't come back to bite us that time. It looked like it's a good, strong kick.
Little line drive action.
So with 3 minutes and 48 seconds, Mount Pleasant takes the lead, 13-7. We'll be right back after this message from our sponsors. You're listening to the Front Porch Sports Network.
This is Hal Landers, owner of Landers Insurance Agency. We are an independent agency representing the famous Erie Insurance Group. Landers Insurance Agency has been committed to providing great rates and great service since 2002. Whether it's home and auto or business or life insurance, we've got you covered. 24/7 in-house claim service, we've got that too. Visit Landers Insurance at 514 North Garden Street, Columbia. Call us at 931-380-2003. Our website is landersinsuranceagency.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
And with 3 minutes, 48 seconds coming off of the interception by Mount Pleasant, puts together a 70-yard drive to take the lead over Summertown 13-7. Seth, we got a call on our defense again, one more time to seal the deal. Last week, the defense got the ball and our offense had to seal the deal. Now our offense is going to turn it over to our defense and say, you've got to hold on now for 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Don't let him have the big play. Don't let him have the big drive.
Hey, don't let him anywhere near the end zone, and then the extra point is null and void. Just don't let him near the end zone. Easier said than done, but
again, Summertown, very proud team. Kickoff goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
We've been flirting with that all night.
So I'm not real sure exactly how this has been enforced different ways this year than I'm used to. It used to be you kick it out of bounds, you get the ball at the 35-yard line and just move on with life.
And as you can clearly hear, we are embedded with our Mount Pleasant Tiger High School marching band
right behind us. And this is how they enforced it this time. I guess if it's behind the 35, you get the option of getting it at the 35. If it's in front of the 35-yard line, it's a penalty. A 5-yard penalty, which has been enforced the last couple of weeks. So 1st and 10, Summertown at the 35-yard, at their own 35-yard line. Fullback dive, and you got Braxton Brady and number 60, Taylor Russell, combining for the stop right there for a lot. Well,
right there.
Looks like going to be no gain, so it's going to be 2nd and 10. Now we need to be ready for them to fake that dive, quarterback keep, and either give a pitch around the end or keep it himself. You still got to stop the dive.
With Braxton
trips
Connor
to the right.
In the middle, it's hard to dive it. Come on, guys.
Trips to the right. Quarterback and shotgun. And he fakes the sweep, and a quarterback dive up the middle, and no room at all.
Don't stand
right
over.
there.
Maybe a half a yard.
Evan Plunkett leading the way right there, makes the tackle. Faked the sweep outside, tried to come back up inside. 3rd and 9. Big play here for the defense. We've got to make sure we keep them away from 4th and short because you know they're going to have to go for it. Got trips to the right. Straight drop back. Got a blitz out there. He's got a man out in the flat. Dodges a couple of tackles, and it's going to be close. You're going to see where they mark the ball. It's kind of hard to see where they mark the ball right now.
It looks like he's marking it short to me.
Doesn't look like it's enough for the first down, but it's going to bring up a 4th and short.
Hey, stop him here, win the game, guys.
Oh, golly.
Tell me.
Roughing the passer.
Did not see that.
We saw the blitz coming and unfortunately didn't pull up. Quarterback got the pass away. The hit that pushes him down, gets them into Mount Pleasant territory. The very thing we did not need to do is to give them another chance right here. 2 minutes, 19 seconds and counting. Trips to the right. Handoff to McCrory going around. He's got the edge on the left side. Got a huge, huge block on the left side right there. Got the edge on the sweep. Got a huge gain. Another first down with 2 minutes to go in the game. Mount Pleasant is on their heels. Got to have our defense rise up right here and eat this clock up. 1st and 10 at the Mount Pleasant 22-yard line. Summertown trying to drive to win the game. Fullback dive to Quint.
Carter Dunn just torpedoes into that thing.
First torpedoes the stack right there. Got to be careful about doing that.
First charge timeout.
And we have a timeout here by, I believe it's Summertown. So with 1 minute and 41 seconds left in the game, Summertown calls a timeout. We'll be right back after these messages. Mount Pleasant 13, Summertown 7. You're listening to the Front Porch Sports Network.
I'm Justin George.
I'm Corey Muehlbauer.
Together, we are Columbia Motor Company.
Columbia Motor Company offers quality pre-owned vehicles at an affordable price along with many financing options to keep you in your budget.
We are veteran and locally owned. We are located just off of Carmack Boulevard in downtown Columbia. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram or visit our website at columbiamotorcompany.com.
If you want a different and enjoyable car buying experience, please give us the opportunity here at Columbia Motor Company.
We're back here in the fourth quarter, minute 41 left. Mount Pleasant leading Summertown 13-7, but Summertown is on a last-ditch drive, have been able to get a couple of plays, and we have helped them out with some, unfortunately, ill-timed penalties. Again, 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line. High snap, and there's a fumble in the backfield. And the Summertown quarterback was able to get back on the ball. That's number 8, Jaden Stout. But a break there for the Mount Pleasant defense is going to create 3rd and 10 or 3rd and 11. Got a break right there. Again, we got to use the break. 3rd and 11 here. The clock is running, a minute 15. Big play. Trips to the right. They fake the dive. Quarterback keeps it up inside, has a seam, and misses. We miss a couple of tackles right there, and it's a huge gain for Summertown right up the gut of the defense. They fake the sweep outside. Quarterback comes back up inside on a quarterback counter, gets 1st and goal. The sticks are down, 1st and goal with 55 seconds left in the game, and clock is running. The ball's at the 4-yard line of the Mount Pleasant Tigers. Fullback dive.
Can you move the tuba? Hey!
Okay, we got our sound back. 35 seconds left. 2nd and 5, and we have a timeout by the Summertown Eagles, I believe. Their 2nd timeout. And again, this comes down to a nail-biter right at the end, what you would fully expect out of 2 undefeated teams.
High drama.
High drama right here. Unfortunately, as we've said, that missed extra point could come back to be a big, big difference right here.
What happened on the last play, Coach? I missed it. I was trying to get a tuba out of the way.
We had basically a fullback fake and a quarterback belly up behind him. We were able to, fake the sweep outside, and quarterback seam broke up the seam behind him. We missed a couple of tackles right there. So they put 41 seconds. I thought we were down to 30-some seconds. 41 seconds left in this game. The ball is on the Mount Pleasant 6-yard line. We've got to watch some kind of, again, it's 2nd and 6, so they have a couple of downs to play with here. You know they're going to have to go for it. Again, they're being 6 points down. They're not going to go for a field goal. So I would expect some kind of play action or some kind of counter play off of a dive to Smith. Either that or they're going to try to just bulldoze it for the last 6 yards.
I think
really, I think, you put this, do you put the trust in the line and go forward? Because I don't know if they've got all their time, if you've got any more timeouts left. I think they've got one more timeout left.
One left.
2nd and goal at the 6. Motion, quarterback, seam, and gets in.
Touchdown.
For the touchdown. They faked the fullback dive. He got over the left side. We all collapsed on the quarterback to try to stop him on that. Quarterback kept the ball, got outside the edge of the defense.
Yeah, he was just able to.
So with 37 seconds, Summertown ties the game.
There's a lot going on around here tonight. Here we got fireworks, we got bullhorns, we got French horns.
Now a huge, huge extra point. 37 seconds left.
There's a whole lot of shaking going on these stands.
There's a low snap, and the ball's in, and we picked it up. We got a cover on it, and the extra point is denied. There's 37 seconds left. The score is tied, 13-13. Another break for the Mount Pleasant defense. A bad snap right there.
Yep.
Let's take a quick look at that again, because that's going to end up being a huge play in this game. Okay.
A whole lot of shaking.
A lot of shaking. Shifted our camera a little bit. You see that it rolled the ball back to him. He wasn't able to recover it. And the Mount Pleasant defense stopped the extra point. So now we got to watch the onside kick. We got to be careful about the onside kick. But, that's a two-edged sword. They try an onside kick. They're going to give us the ball at midfield.
With 3 timeouts.
What?
With 3 timeouts.
With 3 timeouts. And an offense that's been moving the ball pretty well.
What a game. What a game.
Again, exactly what you would expect by 2 very proud programs coming into this game undefeated for the season and undefeated in the region. Fighting for control of Region 5. Coach Hartfield said it was going to be a hard-fought game. It was exactly right.
He didn't lie.
Breaks going both ways here. You can tell, again, we're right behind. We're right in front of the band, and they're cranking everybody up. Mount Pleasant looking for that onside kick. They may actually try it this time just to see if they can get. They got to take a chance on the ball. They fake it this time. Widen out. Now we got to watch that pooch kick over here to the side or over to the over to the Summertown side. We got to watch that one as well.
Oh, they're offside.
And it's a pooch, and it goes 10 yards. And they covered the ball. We tried to pick it up and run.
They looked off sides to me.
And Summertown gets the ball.
No,
but
they're saying it's
But I think they're calling interference. Since the ball was in the air, the referees may be calling catch interference. Do we have that again?
We do not. I was focusing on them. They gave it to us.
On the play right there, there was an illegal play for whatever. I think it was catching interference. Since the ball was in the air, they have to let the ball down. Now, if it had hit the ground on the kick, then they could have hit him before he caught the ball. But I don't. With the ball in the air, you have to let him have a shot at the ball. I'm not sure that's exactly what the call was, but somehow we end up with the ball.
You nailed it because you said double-edged sword. Hey, they give us the ball at the 50-yard line going in. Come on, we got 36 seconds, 3 timeouts. Now's a good time to win this game.
We've got Easterling out wide here. I would fully expect Easterling to be involved in this play. Some kind of deep pass. I think he can outrun this corner. We'll see.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's going to be a streak down the sideline here. There he is.
Oh, he downed it. He took a knee.
What?
He took a knee.
I was watching Easterling take off on that. I didn't see him. Why did he take a knee on that?
They're going to kill it and go to overtime, it looks like, Coach. Well,
I don't understand that situation, but that's exactly what it looks like we're doing, is that we're going to take, maybe Coach Hartsfield just decided not to take the risk on throwing it deep. And they're going to let the clock run out here. So at the end of regulation, it is Mount Pleasant 13, Summertown Eagles 13. We'll be going into overtime here. Extra football here on the Front Porch Sports Network. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Mezcal Cochina Mexicana. Delicious food and amazing service at an affordable price. Mezcal Cochina Mexicana. Located off of Nashville Highway in Neapolis, near Spring Hill High School. 2504 Care Lane. Authentic Mexican cuisine. Full menu. Family dine-in. Takeout. Delivery. Offering the best cocktails in the area. On the rocks or frozen, pair your meal with our famous margarita. Don't forget, Mezcal Cochina Mexicana for your next meal. Check us out on Facebook. Visit Mezcal Cochina Mexicana today. Proud supporters of the Front Porch Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Chris Chumley, owner of Expert Landscaping, LLC. Located in beautiful Columbia, Tennessee, Expert Landscaping specializes in consulting and design for all your outdoor needs, as well as installations for landscaping, pools, patios, outdoor kitchens, fireplaces, irrigation, and lighting. Call us today at 931-374-1772. Expert Landscaping, where quality work is an investment in the future.
We're back here at the end of regulation. Score is tied 13-13 in this Region 5 matchup between Mount Pleasant and Summertown, 2 undefeated teams that had played down to the wire, had big breaks go both ways for each team. Now they're having a coin toss here for the overtime. In high school, the overtime is each team gets the chance to run the ball in from the 10-yard line. The coin toss is going to decide who goes first.
Summertown won.
Summertown won the toss, so I would anticipate them going on defense first. Now the next question is which goal. Mount Pleasant gets the choice as to which goal. It looks like they're going to go to the far goal for this first overtime series. So Mount Pleasant will get the ball first. First and goal at the 10-yard line. In overtime, in the first overtime here.
So kind of distinct high school rules if you're not used to it. What you get, you start at the 10.
It's similar to the college.
Yeah.
In that at the college, though, they start at the 25.
Yes, sir.
Now, there's not the after two overtimes, there's not automatic go to 2-point conversions. I don't believe.
So
I think they just keep going from the 10-yard line each time.
Be here all night if we wanted to.
All right, 1st and goal here in the first overtime. Easterling under center. Jakari McClure out wide right.
Oh.
Fakes the dive, gets outside, gets a seam outside, makes a cut for the corner.
Touchdown.
And he reaches in, and on the first play, scores a touchdown. Right in the corner.
Oh, they're going wild here.
A dive, fake the dive to McClure. Not McClure.
We caught the tail end of it. He gets it in there over that pylon.
Gets a seam to that side. Really, it was a similar play that Summertown ran, except they faked the sweep. Looks like Easterling's coming off, kind of dragging his arm. I hope that's not the case. You have the case here. Now, again, the all-important extra point.
Oh,
snap, kick, and it's blocked. The extra point is blocked by Summertown. Came off the foot low, and there was a lot of penetration right there. Summertown blocked the kick. You able to get it?
No, we had a camera shakeage. It's just the bleachers with all the fun, with all the fun. Everyone's having such a good time, and it's just getting rowdy up here in Summertown tonight. Mount Pleasant faithful are making plenty of noise, and as quote Jerry Lee Lewis, whole lot of shaking.
All right, now our defense has got to step up. In the first, we scored a touchdown, so Summertown has to go for the touchdown. Quint at fullback. Quint Smith at fullback. Motion to the right. And a dive, fullback dive right there. Connor Sherrod just blows it up before he really gets started. Slides off a little bit, but he has a lot of help there from Plunkett following up behind him. And by Alderson.
They're giving him 2 yards?
Give him a 2-yard gain. No, it's going to be 2nd and 8. 2nd and goal at the 8 here in the first overtime. Mount Pleasant's defense has been able to rise up all year long. Hopefully they can do it again. One more time. Fullback dive, quarterback keeps it. We come around from behind him. Tackling for another short gain. Still gained a couple of yards on that. Tried to run a quarterback belly, fake it to the fullback, and follow him up in the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and goal at the 5 here in this first overtime. And again, I would anticipate now some kind of fake inside, and they go outside. We've got to keep the edge. We cannot give up the edge trying to stop that fullback dive.
They're communicating with one another out there, the defense is. They know what to expect. Big 3rd down. Overtime 3rd down.
Fake the dive.
Is that a flag?
And the Summertown says they got in. It was a fullback dive straight up the middle. They tried to spread the defense out a little bit. And we're not getting any indication. It's 4th down.
Where's that ball?
At the 1-yard line. 4th and goal at the 1 in the first overtime here. I would fully expect a quarterback sneak right here, a tush push. Again, the band trying to help. And again, quarterback sneak. I don't think they may have got it on the 2nd push. But we're going to see the ball comes loose. No signal by the referee yet. We're looking at it. We're looking at it. Mount Pleasant says they made the stop. Referee. Yes, we made it. We stopped them on 4th and goal at the 1-yard line. The defense rises up again to win the game for Mount Pleasant in overtime. A 4th and goal stop at the 1-yard line. A huge, huge play by the defense. Great penetration right there. Man, what a game, Seth.
Connor Sherrod is going crazy out there. No, it was a mess. It was an absolute mess of a play. But
it was a huge, huge pile up right there. Connor Sherrod gets penetration and stops the quarterback before he can get his feet going forward. He tried to slide off of him. The rest of the pursuit got to there and pushed him back. And in a thrilling thrilling overtime game. Mount Pleasant comes out on top 19-13 in overtime. Seth, a fantastic game between two very good football programs. You almost hate to see somebody come out on the short end, but I'm glad we came out on the top end.
I'll tell you, on that fourth down, as soon as they called it fourth down, Connor Scher got on the line immediately and put his knuckles deep into that dirt, and he was ready to go. You could just see it. I had him zoomed in on the camera. You could see how ready he was to go, and there was just no space there for that to fall forward. It was plugged
Got
up by
that
our
penetration.
bodies.
He was
Yeah.
able to get that penetration and stop them before they got their momentum going.
Oh, man.
We're going to take a quick break right here for a couple of our sponsors, and we'll be right back to wrap this up. Again, final score, Mount Pleasant 19, Summertown 13 in overtime. You're listening and watching the Front Porch Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Rick Whitley.
And I'm Daniel Pollard from Jones & Lang Sporting Goods. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the many years of support. Since 1966, Jones & Lang has been locally owned and operated and supplying teams from T-ball to college. Stop by and see what we can do for you. We offer a wide variety of services from silk screening and embroidery to our custom trophy and awards department.
We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Remember, Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
Well,
what a game.
Yeah.
What a game. We're back here at the final. The score has gone final. Mount Pleasant 19, Summertown 13 in this Region 5 matchup. This epic tilt. It was a game for the memories, game for the ages on this. Both teams going back and forth. Both teams showing great pride. Breaks going both ways. We got the last one.
Yeah, that was just a heck of a game. I mean, we said it before, they're going to be sore in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
When you have a fourth down stop from the 1 yard line in overtime, that's one to remember. And that D line just came through clutch. They clogged the hole. There was no space for that quarterback to go. And we walk away with a hard-earned victory.
One more time, the defense rises up and seals the game for us when it counts. A huge, huge, huge Region 5 victory here. A very hard-fought victory. Seth,
well,
we talked about it, and we looked at, and you got to come back to the defensive front leading the way. And when you talk about the defensive front leading the way, Connor Scher's got to be our play of the game.
Yeah, he was our halftime interview. He's a senior, and I was telling Coach, I mean, he was just ready to play that fourth down snap. As soon as they marked it fourth down, he was right back on the line of scrimmage. He knew what they were going to do, and he clogged it up. And I mean, he's well deserving. He came back from a little ankle injury, and go Tigers, go Connor. I mean, what a win.
All right. Again, overtime victory, 19-13 over Summertown. Next week, we go to DCA for another away game.
No, Lewis County home.
No, that's right. I'm
Lewis
sorry.
County home.
I'm a week ahead of myself here.
I wasn't
we
ready
got
to go.
Lewis County. We got Lewis County at home. It's going to be another big Region 5 tilt. It's going to be a very important game for us to maintain control here in Region 5. So, again, a thrilling game, a super game, a game that I hope you enjoyed watching as much as we did broadcasting. Seth, it was a lot of fun tonight. Let's do it again next week, all right?
And maybe we won't be embedded with the band next week. It made for a heck of an experience, but it was
Yeah, the atmosphere was electric. It was a little bit noisy. Kind of got a couple of horns in the way while we were trying to get some plays done.
But we had bull horns, we had fireworks, we had French horns, we had tubas. I mean, it was an experience, but it was a good time, and it feels like a football Friday night.
All right. We will see you all next week at home versus Lewis County. For the Front Porch Sports Network, this is Mike Lyle along with Seth Campbell. Again, Mount Pleasant victorious over Summertown in overtime, 19-13. We'll see you again next week. Good night, everybody.